Good evening, folks, and welcome aboard for this, the first day of March Madness from Dovetail Games on Steam. We've got a lineup for you this evening that focuses on the UK, and I'm Sam, and I'll be your host. We're starting off with the brand new Diesel Legends pack, where I'll run through a bunch of different bits and pieces for you, so you can see what it does, what it contains, and decide whether it's for you or not. After that, we've got South Eastern High Speed from Rob Janssen, who's going to do a run-through for us, followed by which is the LGV Mediterranean, which is maybe not as British as everything else that we've got lined up. Hey, there's almost a theme, and it almost works. And that's from Jimmy Darley. I'll then be back at around 10:30 UTC this evening to carry on my Scenario Planner series. So why don't you stick around for a bit of that? So good evening, folks. We're going to start off with a little bit of Diesel Legends, but I'd meant to back the menu up by one, so I'll do that now if we go back to Switch Route, because it's not immediately obvious how you get hold of it. It is perhaps a little bit more complicated as packs go than others that we've done. But we wanted to find out whether you are interested or not in having an alternate timetable set in a slightly alternative era, albeit running on the same route. So this Diesel Legends pack is your way to try it out if you're interested. So this is based off the Great Western Express route. So in order to make use of it at all, you will need Great Western Express. And then when you go in there and head to explore in that way that you usually do, you will notice that there are now a ton of timetable services available. And from within that, you can either select the base timetable of 339 services, or the new Diesel Legends of Great Western pack, which at the moment has 259 services, and that's for everybody. Everybody gets 259 by default. Additional services will be added if you have Tees Valley Line, and coming very soon, and we're talking days rather than weeks, there are freight services coming if you own Northern Transpennine and the heavy freight pack, but that's coming up soon. So let's get stuck in. Now, obviously, I've got absolutely everything installed here. I don't have access to any of the freight stuff, but we'll go with what we do have. Now, I've only seen one request for a particular route to go for so far. So we will go with the BR Class 101, and we'll take that from Readington to Paddington. Readington? Sure, we'll go from Readington to Paddington. It amounts to about the same thing. Right, yeah, I just want to add a little bit of cloud on there, just to, soften up the harshness of the sunlight. And there we go. Do company workers get it for free? Yeah, they do. Yes, absolutely. So we'll go Reading to Paddington, and we'll go, I don't know, let's go sort of early morning-ish. I think we'll go with Paddington at the end of the run rather than the start. Let's take the 6:21. Do we think that's going to be light enough? We don't see demonstrating it. You doing a dark start is no good. Here we go. We'll go 8:40 in the morning. That should do nicely, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, there we are. Now, obviously, the Class 101 is one of my personal favourites to drive because it's slightly more involved than other trains that you can get stuck into. Let's unlock the doors and then get the train set up. Now then, actually it's been a little while since I last drove this, so yeah, undoubtedly I will forget to press something. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Let's turn the destination light on. Let's set our destination accordingly. Maybe if we head the other way, we'll get there a little bit quicker. No, you can't head the other way. It doesn't go all the way around. All right, okay. Well, we'll just amuse yourselves while we get round to P, and then we'll be all good. Right, good. Right, smashing. Right, yeah, there we are. We're about there. I'm pretty sure the engines are going, but I can't hear them. But no, I'm just checking my volume, and we've definitely got some volume going on. So well, we'll see how we go. Right, a bit of brake, not fully released. We haven't let everybody on yet. Yeah, that's all good. Now I can't help but think I've missed the master key, but ultimately I don't think we've got one on here. So that's all right. See, I told you it had been a while since I've driven this. I tested every single loco that's included in the pack this afternoon, just as a reminder to how they operate. And the one I didn't do was the one I drove most often, which is somewhat typical. So here we go. This is what we're starting off on, and I haven't got my lights on. Oh, we'll get that sorted out, I'm sure. Right. Okay. So no, put it into forwards, please. Right, and then you can't do it. You can't do it from outside because you've got to use the gears. Right. There we go. Gear 1. And let's give it some throttle. Yeah, I didn't think I'd started the engine. No, that's okay. These things happen. Right. Let's get this rolling. Unless I have missed a master key. There is a master key. Yeah, I thought there was. There's always a master key, but isn't it hidden on this one? Isn't this one of those where you've got to go? No, it's there. Look. Anyone would think I'd never driven it before, but I've actually driven this probably more than anything else. Let's fire it up. Yeah, no, I've got it. No, I've got it. You are free to mock, incidentally. Nothing better than looking utterly professional at the start of the stream. Yeah, no, that's what the people came here for. Right, we've got the reverser set. I'm pretty sure the engines are on. I've got my volume turned down, you see, so it doesn't so you can't hear it coming back through my speakers. Right, now we'll stick it into gear 1. Yeah, there we go. That's got it going immediately. All right, and we're away. The engines are already running. Well, yeah, but you see, if the master key's off, you can't necessarily make that assumption. So we're going to need to change gear pretty soon. Let's go up into gear 2, and no, that's the wipers. That's not going to quite establish the same velocity, really. I mean, we might get a little bit of a speed boost going on, but there you go. Is there a sale on console? Not at the moment, but we take the opportunity to do sales on console as often as possible, and therefore it won't be too long before you get it. Let's turn the panel lights on. Someone else said passenger lights. Yeah, I'll get to that in a moment. I've got another gear change coming up. There we go. Throttle down, gear up, throttle on. There we are. Now we don't want to go any faster than this. Obviously, we want to do the correct speed. I'll do you some extra camera action in a moment. I had the brakes on. I'm good at this. Oh yeah. Oh, this is I'm clearly in my element. Why have Xbox no sale for a Rosa line? We're limited in the number of sales that we can do on each platform. We take every opportunity we can to do a sale on every platform. So the only reason that we wouldn't have something on sale on Xbox is if we're not able to do one at the moment. So apologies, but it is outside our control in this case. We gain nothing by limiting where we have things on sale. So yeah, that's just how it is, I'm afraid. Right, now passenger lights. Where? That's the cab light there. We don't want that. No, we want to make the passengers a little bit more illuminated, and that lives. You see, it should be over on this side, but I'm betting it's over the other side of the business here. Well, okay. I'll have a look when we get to Twyford, right side of the cab. Okay, thanks, Boggy. I'll have a look when I get to Twyford, and we'll see how we get on. But we've got 3 and a bit miles to go, so maybe now is the time to go. Right, we've got the door. The door is fine. Leave the door alone. Open the window though. Is the game sound suitable enough for you? Just let me know if it isn't, and that's all good. Maybe I can reach it from here. Let's have a look. I've got very long arms after all. Right, if we zoom in... No, oh, I know where it is. It's on that panel just behind the handbrake. No, I'll wait till we get to Twyford. I'll turn them on then. And that'll be good. The game is a little low. Well, hold on. I'll turn the AWS on when we're stationary. There we go. So let's do a bit of external and see what we get out of that. But it's a good-looking beast. Now, I mean, the thing about this pack is you get to drive all these good-looking blue beasts just in a slightly anachronistic fashion because they're on a modern route. But the level of adventure that you can have with them is quite significant. The new services that are available are pretty good. But obviously, it's really only one to go for if you want a different way of experiencing the Great Western Express route. If you don't, then it's probably not for you. But that's okay too. As mentioned, it is sort of experimental to see what we can do in terms of extending the amount of gameplay you can get out of one route. Have I ever ridden on Amtrak? No, I've not. No, would like to. Although the reviews of Amtrak have never been especially sterling. But there you go. It's entirely up to you. We love you too, Magician. Lovely for you to stop by. Dean, why does TSW not feel as involved as Train Simulator? I don't know, that sounds like a subjective review. But you're entitled to your view entirely. Everything is entirely subjective, and therefore you're allowed your own opinion. The 101 is superbly modelled. Well, if you say so. I think it looks rather splendid. It certainly looks in keeping with stuff. How much do you personally enjoy this new service mode? I'll let you know at the end of the stream. I've played probably an hour of it so far, but I spend so much time in Scenario Planner that taking stuff outside of its normal environment is not especially unusual. So there we go. Can we put the cab light on? Typically you wouldn't put the cab light on. Anyway, I've got to do a bit of braking right now. There we go. Look, why am I braking incorrectly? This is ridiculous. There you go. Give me a full application on there, and that should bring us to a halt. Slowly but surely. Now that's the other thing you've got going on is obviously with this. I mean, this is effectively an express line, and that will allow me to get quite a lot of speed up. But what we're aiming to do is not overshoot and not come in too short. So braking distances are going to be moderately more challenging than they are usually. Moderately more, just moderately more challenging. Yeah, give me a bit more. Give me a bit more. I don't want to overshoot. Coming in a little bit short, we can live with. Go on, go on, go on. Come on. Let's go, let's go. All the brakes, please. All the brakes. Take the gears off there, because that will be giving us a little bit of extra forward momentum. That's good. Close, but no cigar. All right, okay. Open her up, and then we'll deploy all the other buttons that we need to deploy. Right, so we'll go over and we'll stick the brake light. Well, we can stick the brake light on, I suppose, but let's turn the train lights on. What else do we need here? Is there anything else I can fiddle with? I am a consummate fiddler after all. Where does the AWS switch live here? Because they do like to hide it. With your classic British rail stuff, it's never in the same place twice. 18 yards not good enough by the seat. Okay, all right. Let's have a look here. What do we got there? No. No. Can I get myself around the back of the seat? No, not so much. Let's have a look from this side. Apologies if I'm making anybody giddy. I have seen it hidden behind the seat previous. Other seat. Okay, alright. Fine. Yeah, alright, okay, there we go. Just, you know, give us a clue. Give us a hint here. We're going to be late anyway, so, you know, that's just life. Or what do we got? No. Anything up here? We'll turn the cab light on that side, and that will obviously help us out. Middle seat. There isn't a middle seat. This middle seat. All right, I'll sit here. Well, I mean, I feel quite junior sat there. It's by the door. You're all just saying words now, and we're missing a view opportunity. If I go outside, I might be able to see it. Evidently, if they'd wanted you to turn it on, they would have made it accessible. Yeah, just it's under that. Sit in the main seat. It's under the other seat. Okay. All right. We'll sit there, and then it's under here. Go on. I saw it. There you go. Good. Well, that was worth it. Right, lock the doors, and yeah, there it is. Good. So you can't actually see it ever because you've got this privacy panel for some reason just hanging around there. Yeah, fair enough. Right, let's get the brakes off, and then let's get us in gear, and we should start rolling as soon as we've got enough oomph to do so. We have enough oomph to do so. Oh, I forgot to do the horn. There we go. Right, off and away. Smashing. Alright, good. And then we'll go into second. Okay, so Maidenhead's next up. I strongly doubt we're going to be on time because I spent so much effort looking for the AWS. But these things happen. It's because I'm a newbie to AWS. I mean, it's a simple system to use, but I've only just started using it, so you know that's okay. Are you going to add MTA subway stuff? We've no plans to do so at the moment. Internal camera option is also available. The internal camera option is also available, but I don't use it. I mean, that's an excuse. It's not necessarily a good excuse, but it is an excuse. Is that it's not a function that I use. AWS is easier than PZB. Yeah, can I do the guards buzzer? I could probably try if I can find the guards buzzer button, which it's over here. I know it because I've pressed it a few times. I'm certain I have, but I'll be honest with you, I get dreadfully confused. There you go. Well, I mean, it's not an appropriate time. The guard's going to be ever so concerned about exactly what's going on, but it's all right. Yeah, just fine. Wire border on the camera if it's a green screen. It's called style. Yeah, there you are. Could you make the guard's buzzer your voice, please? I don't think that would necessarily be popular, so there you go. The Madness sale on PS4 says LGV and Peninsula Corridor, but it's not on sale. Don't know exactly what. I don't know. I'm not entirely sure what you're referring to. We know that PlayStation will have a sale soon enough, but I don't believe it's included in March Madness. They see, look, even the 101's going too fast for me to do a proper flyby camera on. My hair goes outside the border. Only just. It'll be fine. That's okay. Your front lights are still off. Your flipping front lights are still off. All right, okay, hang on. Let's turn that back on. Well, train lights on, right? And then anything else you might want. This will be the point, of course, at which I miss AWS happening. There you go, have some of that action as well. Alright, let's have a look. No, train lights are still off. Oh well, I'll press the right button in a minute. Are there any plans for a conductor or guard mode? It's something we'd most definitely like to do, but we haven't got to it yet. The lights are over here. But I've been fiddling with everything over here. I turn them on. Wait. Turn marker light is white, please. I forgot it was a slider rather than a simple switch. There you go. Yeah. Good. Press H for lights. No, there is no H button on the dashboard. I prefer, wherever possible, to use the inverted commas physical buttons rather than the keyboard. Yeah, that's just the way I prefer to roll. What route is this? This is Great Western Express. This is the new Diesel Legends pack on Great Western Express. There we go. Are we looking for any beta testers? Not at the moment, no. But if we do, we'll make it very clear how people can apply to become a beta tester. You thought I had long hair, but it's my chair. I know this green screen business. It's only because I'm midway through moving house, so I stuck a green screen up the ceiling instead of having cardboard boxes behind me. The late Western Express. Very good. Yeah. I'd love a button board. Yeah, absolutely. A replica dashboard with a bit of rail driver going on. That would be top notch. I could certainly get behind that. But as it is, I quite like the level of immersion that I get already. Do we think we're going to add more London Underground lines? Maybe. It's not something we've got in planning at the moment, but never say never. Ladies and gentlemen, I would not say this is new. This is a remake of a few locos, but edited. It's not about the locos. That's the main thing to take away. Is it's about the gameplay addition. It's the extra timetable service and the fact that it replaces the entire timetable. That's the big change we've got going on. The changes to the trains in this particular pack, they're a bonus effectively. Given that you will already have the trains elsewhere, this is a bonus. We're not trying to sell you the trains. Is the BR Blue Freight DLC coming soon? The Freight expansion, yes, it is coming soon. It should be, well, it's really soon. The estimate I had was within the next week, but please take that with a pinch of salt because it hasn't been scheduled yet. It's clearing QA at the moment, so we don't have an exact date for it at this time. But it's all the work on it's done. It's just a question of getting it scheduled and out. Do we read the suggestions in the forums? Yes, definitely. We definitely read the suggestions in the forums. The only weakness to the suggestions in the forums is we can't do them all. So there's always going to be some of them we get done and others we don't. And hopefully we hit the ones that help the most people out and that deliver what most people want. How come there are no announcements in London Underground? Because we haven't designed an announcement system yet. It's on our wish list of things to do, but it's just not something we've got to. Well, apparently I'm back again. I'm going to put up a all busted thing here, and I'll just dance a little tune in the background while that's going on. I'll just chunter away and wait for the magic to start happening again. Yeah, I've no idea what happened. I've no idea. Nothing stopped happening here, but I looked over to the side and clearly it stopped working. No, bizarre. I'll tell you. I'll turn the camera back on. We're still here. Look. No, nothing happened. No, weird. No, that's welcome to the internet, everybody. Let's open the doors. I stopped in exactly the right place, but I mean I suspect you knew that already. Yeah, I mean, absolutely perfect stop, that one. Totally perfect. Right, let's go for a quick wander through. I mean, I would check tickets, but I don't really have the time for it. And into the guard van there, and then onwards. Yeah, does see lots of nice people all riding on the train today here at Maidenhead. A goodly length station for a goodly length train. Right, okay, right, smash it. In we go. Closed door. Yeah. I left it running in case one of the passengers wanted to have a go, because, I mean, I doubt very much they'd do any worse than me. Right, let's lock them up, and then we'll be good. Where did I go? I didn't go anywhere. The internet went somewhere, but I didn't, no, I didn't touch nothing. Everything was working, and then I pushed another button and everything was working again. It wasn't, it was everywhere. It was all places, all the time. And I couldn't tell you why. Still, we're all back now, and that's all good. There we go. Just as long as it's not one of my happy-go-lucky co-workers trying to make the Steam stream start. Did I go to Suffolk? No, I didn't. No, I haven't been home in a while. Right, off we go. Okay, we're a smidge behind schedule. We're about 2.5 minutes off the pace at the moment, but no, it's, we'll see. Right, okay, we're good to gear up. So let's do that then, shall we? Come on, boy, you play the game. That's because I've got my mouse on the skew with. Just would you give me gear 2? Thank you. I don't know why you're having issues all of a sudden. Come on, pull it together. All right, next stop is Taplow, which we'll be arriving at in apparently 3 minutes ago. Fine. Would we ever like to do the Irish train line? Yes, we'd love to do it. That would be great. Are we going to do it? No idea. Would we like to? Yeah. The issue is always one of there is only a certain amount of time we can dedicate to making anything, and therefore, you know, we have to. We've got to pick and choose what we think is going to be most popular. Will there be a fix for livery editor on PS4 getting the blue error screen? That's not one I've heard of. That's not one I've heard of. Why is this pack more expensive? More expensive than what, Tigo? Just, I mean, you know, a genuine question. What's it more expensive than? You leave it in gear, you throttle down, and then you throttle up, right? We've got time to do it because we've still got a mile and change, and we're not actually going that fast yet. There we go. Right. It's a great thing to have TSW2 to have a Class 86. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we should probably think about slowing down. All right, I'll think about it. Right, let's get the action going here. So far, despite my best efforts, I've actually managed to stop pretty accurately each time, but we'll see how we get on. I've probably got too much brake on right now, so we'll ease that back off again. And at 30, we probably want to be at about a third, I reckon, and just give it a little bit more of that. New trains are €14. This pack is €18. This is not new trains. This is a scenario pack. It's a slightly different proposition. Be sure to read the description in full before you decide whether to pick it up or not, and that way you'll know what you're getting. Chances are it's you're going to want Great Western Express anyway in order to make use of it. So make sure you know what it is you're getting before you pick it up. It's a remix, effectively, of the Great Western Express route. So if you've already got that route, this adds a fresh way to play it. Now maybe you want that, maybe you don't. But that's your choice entirely. There we go. Yeah, I have slowed down a bit too quick there. See, I'm used to trying to slow down from about 70, and that's well, it's okay. It's fine. We'll cruise in, leisurely style, and that'll all be good. Right, 250 yards to go. Marvellous. I'll apply a dab of brake when we get to about 100 yards, I reckon, and that'll be super. Or if I'd have thought ahead, I would have had us waiting on the platform. There we go. That should do the trick. 140 yards to go. Yeah. No, coming in too fast. No, I mean coming in too slow. We're going to come in early again. 100 yards short. Yeah. Well, that's not exactly what you want, but we'll take it. Right. Get the doors open. There we are. Those asbestos brakes are too good. They're very good from about 40 miles per hour and down, but from 70 it really does take a planning ahead in order to get you stop. Yeah. The gear change colour in the HUD is the wrong way round. Should be red when changing gear and white when running. Intriguing. I hadn't spotted it on the HUD, to be honest. But then I tend to just make a kind of mental note of which gear I'm in and go from there. Where is it on the HUD? Right there, gear 1, please. Yeah, that's good. Make sure you've got your brake fully released. There we go. Would a pack set in the 1960s be possible? Anything is possible. It's just a question of whether it hits our this is something we want to make. If you've got a suggestion, take it over onto the official forums and let us know. We read all the suggestions with regard to route requests and the like, and we invite you to submit as many as you please for further consideration. Have you mastered the 101 HUDless? I haven't mastered the 101 with the HUD on. I mean, it can't be more than a month since I last used it, and I'm very, very rusty. So that, in answer to your question, no, not so much. No, that's a thing that hasn't happened. Right, let's get into the third. There we go. Is the current sale on Steam only? Yes, it is. The current Steam is only. The current sale is only on Steam. Still doesn't know how to use the brakes. No, I don't lap the brakes correctly. I just tend to I apply them and then go, that's close enough. But hey, it stops, and therefore I treat that as a good thing. And that is the beauty of a train simulator, is you can drive it however you please. Obviously, if you want to do it correctly, then do it correctly. But I'm quite happy bimbling from stop to stop and at least trying to be accurate. But as you can see, I've done 100 whole miles in the 101 in my career as a 101 driver, and I think that still qualifies me as rookie. I'm very happy with my amateur status. It allows me to compete in the Olympics. Right, okay, now we're going to want some... Don't brake. Give me some brakes. I wondered also on the Dovetail store. Actually, I don't know. I don't honestly know if it's on the Dovetail store as well, but it's definitely on Steam. Do you make the routes from scratch, or do you upgrade 2021 routes? We make them from scratch. All the TSW routes are made from scratch. Where there will be similarities with TS21 routes is we might use the same research that we used to put those routes together. And certainly over the last year, when we've been all locked down, we have used some of our older research material to put it together. Thanks, Mike. Mike is saying it is just Steam for March Madness. There we go. Right, okay, let's see if we can't do this one a little bit better than we did the last one, shall we? Right, so now, as I understand it, you go to the level of application you want and then lap to continue that application. Yeah, that's not having the level of effect I want. I'm just going to put the brakes on. There you go, overshooting, see? Don't mess with the system that works. If your system is working, go with it. I mean, this is a perfect end of the platform stop here, and actually, I'd say that is an appropriate stopping place. So, my system is clearly superior to whatever officially licensed system you're supposed to be using. And thus, I say it, so it is so. Good. Right. LaserJet has a black screen. I think that one's you, LaserJet, this time round. Yeah, you can't point the finger at me because you can't pin nothing on me, Gov. None. When a steam locomotive comes to Train Sim World, and we will get some confusion between steam sales and steam sales, or steam sales. You are correct on all those things. When is steam coming? Not for a little while yet. I mean, we're in early stages. We've probably got, I don't know, 3 months, 4 months of work done on it so far, and most of that is technical in nature to make sure that when we release Steam for the first time, the experience that we offer is spot on, and that is in the sense of look, feel, how it handles, how it plays. We want to make sure that it's excellent. So we're going to take plenty of time to get that into the shape it needs to be. But there is another Steam article coming where I've been talking to Matt about some of the technical considerations we need to make when pulling Steam together. So you can look forward to that. That's coming up pretty soon. How's Clinchfield going? Just fine. It's still in the kind of QA process, back and forth at the moment, where QA test it out and then go fix that, tweak this, fix that, tweak this, and then those fixes and tweaks are done, and then it's sent back into QA and they test it again. Yeah. Will the next roadmap give us more information about next arrivals? Liam, the answer to that one is the same answer it always is. You're going to have to wait for the next roadmap to find out. Which is about as disappointing an answer as you can expect to get, but that is unfortunately the answer. So I don't have a better one. The 52 is great. It's better than the maroon one. Thank you, the Steam Diesel and Electric Railroad Museum. The caps lock key is the big fat one over on the left hand side. There you go. Norwegian trains, says Paul. Norwegian trains, says I. Yeah, there we are. Good. On Great Western Express route, there is a station stopping tutorial. Maybe you could practice by playing that. Yeah, I probably could. To be honest, the only practice you need to do is just run the same stretch of track a bunch of times, and then really get a feel for how the brakes bite and the stopping distance is involved. When we were doing the Bakerloo line kind of challenge at the end of last year, learning the proper braking point was the most satisfying thing to do. The passengers don't seem happy to get on. Well, if you've seen how I'm driving, can you blame them? Yeah, nice. Just nice. No, I don't blame them. I don't hold them accountable for having some sense of self-preservation. Right, let's stick that back into neutral and let's get some brakes on the go. We will not overshoot. We will be stopping in the platform. We might stop early, but we will be stopping in the platform. Should be alright stopping in Slough because it's massive. Yeah, but I mean, you know, that's the kind of challenge I don't need offering. If there's something that you should be able to do and something that you can't do, I'll find the thing you can't do. Hang on, too slow. There we are. This is like the train version of 28 Days Later. No other trains anywhere. Oh, there are. We've been past about 3 or 4 so far. Now, admittedly, we could have possibly had a few more since then, but your brake's way too soon. I would rather brake too soon and casually stroll into the station than brake late and miss it entirely. Yeah, when the passengers see that I'm driving, they get a taxi instead. Yeah, I'm keeping Uber in business. How many months till the 313? No idea. I don't have the release date to hand. And even if I did, I wouldn't tell you. So you know, it's we announce release dates in a tried and tested fashion. So until that point, I'm afraid you're going to have to wait and see. Now I'm going to overshoot. See, distracted by looking at the chat. Yeah, no, come on, you can do it. You can do it. No, we're definitely overshooting, but we'll have a bit of the train still in the station. And whoever it was says that Slough was massive enough that it wouldn't be a problem. Yeah, see? No, second guessing myself. I just drive it your way, man. Just drive it your way, you'll be fine. There you go. Right. Good. Excellent. Yeah. Good. Yeah. I need an assistant. Well, it would be helpful, but no, it's all fine. It's all part of the fun of the fair. This is how we enjoy ourselves around these places. The more chaotic these things are, the more chaotic these things are. And that'll all be good. Outside view now, you bet. I mean, we missed the train going past. That would have been the optimum time for a bit of external view, but hey ho. Right, how much is actually left in the station? Oh, plenty. I mean, look, even if they have to jump out where the platform isn't, they've still got rain cover going on. They've still got a canopy. So we just pulled up where the platform should be, see. And yeah, look, loads of it's in the plan. It's fine. It's all fine. I should have set my destination board at the other end. It's not too late to do the other end. I'll do it when we get to the next station. Did I lock up? Yeah, I did. Okay, right, smashing. Give that a bit of release action. Stick that in first, and then off we go. Right, there we are. Are they making the route look less modern with Diesel Legends? No, the route is exactly as it is normally. So yeah, there is a bit of anachronism going on. It's you know, it would have been great to be able to make the route look like it was in the 70s, but then that would be a whole route build, and building the same route twice is just not. It probably wouldn't be as popular. So this is largely an experiment to see if a different experience on the same route is something that people want, and the best way to do that is to do it and find out. And if this does feel like it's something that people want based on how many people pick it up, then we will do. So yeah, so picking this pack up is basically a vote for more of this kind of thing, please. Is DTG hiring any more community team members? Also, will I have to live in the UK? Well, first, no, not at the moment. So that rather puts pay to your second question. But in answer to your second question, it depends. Is the long and the short answer. It's probably preferable, but since we're not hiring for community at the moment anyway, then it's not one that necessarily needs answering right now. Tail lights, tail lights, tail lights. I've turned them on. I turned them on. I'm sure I turned them on. Hold on. Go there. Evidently, not so much. All right, hang on. I'll turn them on when we get down the other end. Right. Okay. Right. Power off. And just roll. Just roll. Just be casual about it. We can roll till about half a mile out, and then crank the brake on like you mean it, and we'll see how we're doing. What route am I running on? I'm on Great Western Express. This is the Diesel Legends pack for Great Western Express. That's what we're currently running, and I'm in a Class 101. Unconventional. Does this DLC have any double headers? Possibly, but I don't know off the top of my head. We can look through all the we'll look through the whole timetable after I finish this run. We've got time to do another service after this one, so I will be open to requests and or suggestions. Oh, there you go. Matt's in the chat and he's saying no, it doesn't have any double headers. From the horse's mouth, so to speak. There we go. Are you driving a 52 tonight? Probably. I think the 52 will be one that is recommended. I know, yeah. I'm going to go down the rear and I'm going to set the destination board, even though it's possibly a little late at this stage to be setting the destination board. But I'll set the destination board and the rear lights at the same time, and that's good. You're supposed to coast on 4th gear. Yeah, because that way I'm getting a little bit of I'm still getting a little bit of revs pulling us along. Even if we are stressing the engine ever so slightly in doing so. The engine likes it. It's the 70s. It likes abuse. Right, there we go. 300 yards to go. And, let's go with about 57%. Stick it in lap. And if I understand my lapped brakes theory correctly, that should give us a constant 57% of braking. Okay, yeah. Go on. Coming in short. I thought it's one of the closer ones, but not as close as we've done so far. So we'll give that a 3.5 out of 10. Right, unlock left, and then let's stroll. All right. Given that this is a twin formation here, we'll put a turn of speed on. Well, we're already late, so it's fine. And obviously the rear of the train is not in the platform. That's okay. We can work with that. Yeah, there you go. Right. Okay. Right. No, lights are over here. And we want marker light red and marker light red and the D board. That way. Go, go, go. Do you think a USSR subway would be possible? Connor, anything is possible. It's the same answer I've given before, but you know, it's simply a question of is that something we think will be popular enough for us to go build it? Yeah, I know. I threw myself out the train. And not before time as well. I drive a train with a precise braking system, and that is why I am using it precisely. I mean, I'm precisely just hammering the brakes all the way on, but there is a level of precision to that, I would imagine. Right, lock them up. Good. How's Cane Creek coming along? Just fine. Yep, all good. Everything is coming along. Yeah. There you go. Right, now then. Okay, gear 1. And there you go. Now, I have to say, everything's coming along just fine, because I don't get to see it while it's in development. I could do, but no, I don't. Typically speaking, I don't get to see it while it's in development. I get roped in when we're about to start talking about it, because more often than not, I'm the one who's going to be doing some of the talking about it. Letting me see it later on means that I can formulate the questions I think that you're going to have when I talk to Matt about whatever's coming up, or whichever developer is in charge of it. Because that's what I aim to do, is represent what you're asking. There you go. Have you heard anything about VR? I have heard stuff about VR. Apparently you get a magic science helmet and put it on your head, and you can see things all around the place. Are we bringing VR to Train Sim World? We've got no plans to do so at the moment. Obviously, we'd love to do so, but it needs to be made a kind of a top priority in order to make that happen. And at the moment, we've got kind of bigger fish to fry going on. So, given the niche nature of VR, it's not something that we're actively pursuing at the current time. Evening from Chris Ablett, Train Simulator. Are you a train simulator, Chris? Yes. But good evening. No, lovely to have you here. Thank you. It's not niche. It is niche, at least in terms of our players. We surveyed our players about what we should be focusing on at the end of last year, and fewer than 3% of people said that VR was a priority. So, in terms of our current player base, it is not a priority. It's still a niche at the moment. The major mistake I do is keep the brake in the running position. For this type of train, you set your brake to the neutral position after the brake is released, applying a small amount of brake pressure to be sure the speed limit at the beginning of the platform should be approximately 30 miles an hour of braking. There's a lot of information in that one. But it's okay. Well, look, I seem to have slowed down. Arguably, a little more than I intended to. But that's okay. I'll cruise in at a delicate second gear kind of a speed here. And you reckon 30 miles an hour at the start of the platform? All right, we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Absolutely. Yeah. Have you any future plans for Bakerloo line? Yes. When the preservation crew team get around to it, there'll be additional things done to Bakerloo line. Exactly what they'll be, we'll be able to answer slightly more precisely when that process starts. So it'll happen in the future, and there you go. 1.5 billion PC gamers versus 64 million headsets sold is about 4% of people. There you go. Now, look, that's not to say we don't want it. We do want it. We don't. I mean, the boss is very keen on having VR added to the game, but at the moment it's just not top priority, and it is still niche within our audience. So it would be adding extra functionality that actually just doesn't that doesn't do anything for the game overall. Obviously, people who have a Magic Science helmet at the moment are likely to go pick up anything that supports VR, because VR is not yet widespread, especially fresh experiences that aren't already currently offered. So there's an advantage to be had there, but we're not moving early enough to kind of guarantee that everybody who has a three-dimensional television on their face is going to pick it up. Look, I mock VR, but I think it's great. I think it's really cool, but it's just not something that we're focused on right now. And thus, I make fun of VR because I can. Yeah. Okay. It'd be interesting to see as VR becomes more affordable. I don't think VR is going to become more affordable. I think AR is going to come and win. AR is far more interesting than VR. VR, I think, will always have a place, but it's always going to be quite a specialist place. Whereas AR, I think, has the potential to put television companies out of business. Any TSW root sales on Xbox Store planned for March Madness? Not during March Madness, no. There are no other platform sales going on during March Madness. When we have sale opportunities come up on other platforms, we take them, but we're not able to do so at the current time. Greetings from the Netherlands. Are there any plans for Dutch trains and routes? No plans at the current time. But as with everything else, yes, of course we'd love to do Dutch routes. VR, you mean one of those magic headset things? Magic headset things. Yeah. Right. There you go. TSW 2020 standard base game on Xbox is $9.99. That's not bad. And if you've got TSW2 but don't have TSW 2020, that's not a bad way of getting yourself 3 extra routes for a tenner. I mean, that's not a bad way to go. Right, okay, we're roll. Just leave it rolling. 40 miles an hour is fast enough for anybody. Nobody needs to go faster than that. No, totally. For VR, use virtual desktop. I don't entirely sure. I know what you mean. Is Cane Creek a freight line only? I believe so. Matt's better placed to answer that one. He's floating around in the chat somewhere because he can't help himself. There you go. See, look, he's talking virtual desktop. There we go. So you could get a bundle for TSW 2020, and you can use the routes from that in TSW2. Yes, you can. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things we did with TSW2 is we brought forward all of the routes. So if you own it for TSW 2020, with the exception of NEC, you automatically get it in TSW 2020 in TSW2. Does that make any sense? It should do. So picking up the older stuff at a discount is a smart way of getting yourself some extra routes if you're after them, or a more cost-effective way. Whether it's smart or not, I mean, that's entirely up to you, but it's a more cost-effective way of getting yourself some more routes. Right, let's go to about 70% apply. Okay, what do you think? No, full juice. Right, full juice. There you go. Why isn't it possible to buy Train Sim World 2020 DLC and use it in Train Sim World 2? Well, it is possible. That's exactly what I was just saying. The only one that it doesn't work on is the NEC route, and that's because we didn't bring that forward. All other routes, though, all the other DLC and the MP, whatever it is, switcher, is not brought forward, but everything else is. So if you own it for TSW 2020, you also own it in TSW2. Oh, incidentally, I just stopped. I don't know if you noticed, but that was off by about maybe 2 yards, 3 yards, something like that. Why not NEC? I'm glad you asked. So NEC was one of the earlier routes that we made, and we did some experimental work with it at the time to try and see which way we should go in terms of route development with Train Sim World overall. It was one of our very earliest, and the execution wasn't great, but also some of the stuff we tried in that really didn't work out that well. So it's at the point where it would actually be less work to rebuild the whole thing from the ground up than to convert it to work in the new game. So that's the reason that we didn't convert it, is because of the it would be simpler to make a brand new route. For anybody else who wants to know how much this add-on costs, it's $22, $23, and in pounds $14.99. That doesn't sound right. It's not $22.99, is it? That doesn't sound like a price conversion that I'm familiar with. Has the dollar collapsed all of a sudden? What happened overnight? What did that crazy President Biden get up to? When is the next sale? Today. Officially charged. March Madness. It's a sale on Steam. The next PlayStation sale is not a million miles away. The next Xbox sale will be when the next Xbox sale turns up. It should be mentioned you have to own TSW 2020 itself to use the TSW 2020 DLC in TSW 2. True enough. No, that's valid, but I would imagine people would only buy the DLC for TSW 2020 if they actually had it. Especially since TSW 2020, the core pack is 3 routes for the cost of less than 1. I'm ashamed that I did the entire Isle of Wight timetable in one sitting. How long did that take you? That is not an insignificant amount of driving. That is not an insignificant amount of driving. Good. It's $1.4 to the pound at the moment. No. Really? I haven't been keeping up on exchange rates. Sorry, it's dreadfully off topic of me, but I genuinely haven't been keeping up on exchange rates. Crikey. Ooh, I might have to go and buy everything from America then. That'll be fun. On TSW 2020, my favourite thing was the NEC cab car. Well, you can still use it. I mean, it's still there to use. If you've got TSW 2020, we've taken nothing away from you. It's purely a case that we've converted as much as it was practical to convert, and unfortunately NEC didn't quite make the cut. Yeah. There's a huge bundle on Steam for TSW 2020, including the game and a bunch of routes, says Liam. There you go. Check it out. That's worth buying. If you buy the TSW2 version, you won't get the TSW 2020 version, but if you buy the TSW 2020 version, you get the TSW2 version as well. Anytime I ever said that this was a complicated thing to try and explain, people would just go, "Nah, it'll be fine. They'll get it." You kind of go, "All right, okay, all right." It is a bit complicated, but it's actually relatively straightforward once you get your head around it. I miss a train dispatching mode in TSW2. Oh, that would be great fun. Yeah, I mean, there are numerous other roles that could be played in a train simulator. I mean, whether that's a guard, a conductor type role, or a dispatcher, and that's just for starters. You know, by the time you bring Steam in as well, you've also got the likes of brakeman and fireman going on there as well. Yeah, no, there are a ton of different roles that are possible. I think a guard / conductor role would be a terrific amount of fun. Especially if you were playing on with voice communication turned on with your collaborator. So you're chatting to the driver via your headset while checking passenger tickets and opening train doors and signalling the driver and all of that kind of business. I think that sounds like fun. Obviously, I'm describing multiplayer there, which we don't have. But hey, I think it'd be great. Can routes for TSW only be played in TSW2 if they've been preserved? Yes, but we've preserved all the routes we're going to, and that's all of them except one. So only one. I have a dispatcher Discord. You're going to try and start. Shilop, that sounds brilliant. That sounds like great fun. Lock the doors, please. Thank you. Right. Okay. Right. We're still coming in a bit slow, but stopping accuracy in the last two has been slightly superior to what we've achieved previously. Yeah. Steam Fireman idea sounds very interesting. I think it's a natural fit, and I think that multiplayer would be terrific for Train Sim. Just generally, and because you wouldn't have to have everybody driving a train, even if it was. See, here's a multiplayer mode I'd quite like, because I do streams for TSW regularly. I'd quite like a mode whereby everyone who's in the stream chat could jump on and be my passengers. I think as far as daft fun is concerned, that could be terrific. When will Southeastern High Speed come on sale? Probably next time around. We're not allowed to discount the price of something within a certain window of it coming out. I think it's 6 weeks or so. So it hasn't qualified to be discounted at this current time. We always, anytime we get the opportunity to do a sale, we do a sale. It's a thing we believe in. And that's that's part of the way that we operate, is we try and discount stuff as much as possible. There you go. In Ireland, there's guards on the train here, but they're private security and they're really intimidating. Some of them look like they're ex-Spetsnaz, and you kind of go, crikey. Well, you'd make sure you had your ticket then. Yeah, a bit of trying to blag your way out of paying the full fare when you've got some private security chap asking to inspect your piece of cardboard. I can see how that might be a little intimidating. Are we the DFS of the gaming world? Almost. I think that's an aspiration. The DFS, for those of you outside the UK, is a furniture company who are renowned for always having a sale on. And we don't quite go that far, but we do go as far as any time we can put a sale on, we do our best to put a sale on. So yeah, we're not quite there yet. There are periods of the year where we don't have anything on sale. There you go. As my other half returned home, because you can't hear Jeff. You've spelt Jeff wrong, but yes, she's back with me now. So Jeff is suitably sequestered, rather than getting involved. Your poor thumbs remember track and field. You can play track and field with your thumbs. What are you talking about? It's a two-finger job, track and field. Even if you're on the spectrum, it's still a two-finger to your thumbs. What? How will you deal with trolls if multiplayer ever comes out? It's very simple. Private service, the private games. So if you want to join a multiplayer game, you would need the password to join that game, or you host it for yourself. I'll put the brakes on a bit late here. We're going to overshoot again. Yeah, no, it's okay. We'll live. Oh, actually, we might be okay. No, we are going to overshoot, but we'll be okay. We're still in the station. Beautiful. In fact, that's the kind of stop that is absolutely ideal. Unlock left. There you go. How do I get the trains? Jonathan, I assume you're new to Train Sim World, because I've got some bad news for you. In order to get the trains, you have to buy them. Train simulation is not the same as a normal game where it comes with absolutely stack loads of stuff, and then they sell you lots of little bits and pieces. With our expansions, each one should be seen as almost a full game in its own right. When you're playing it to completion, you will put in hundreds of hours in order to get it to that point. So extra routes, extra trains, they all come at an extra cost, which is counterintuitive if you come from just being a regular gamer. But think of it more as collecting a model train set. You don't need to buy it all. You only want to pick up the stuff you're actually interested in, and I need to put the training in. There we go. Right. Yeah, you don't need to buy only the stuff that you want to pick up. So yeah, exactly like a model railway. So you only buy the stuff that you actually want to use. Because if you were to buy it all, well, that I'll see you in about a year when you've finished with all of it. I mean, there is and there are plenty of people who have a favourite route, and that's all they ever play. They're quite happy playing the same route day in, day out, and what they really want from us more than anything else is more stuff they can add to that route, or more stuff they can do with that train, or more ways to make their play experience with their favourite train on their favourite route more diverse. That's at least one of the motivations behind this particular pack, which takes the Great Western Express route and completely changes the timetable and the trains that are running on it. So it's a way of expanding what you're able to do with one of our most popular ever routes. We'll see how it goes, but as it stands right now, you know, it's there to expand what you can do with what you already have. Yeah, there we go. Oh, look, hello, there's my mate. Right, good. Right, Hanwell, Platform 3 is our next up. There you go. Schlop has a lot of shame in their hobby. Well, don't embrace it. If it makes you happy, then, and it doesn't hurt anybody else, then everything should be good. Now, I've got a yellow coming up here, which indicates that we might have something a bit more stringent than a yellow coming up shortly afterwards. All right, let's give it some breaks here, because we definitely don't want to overshoot this time. No, you've got another yellow, you're fine. Okay, alright, okay, release away. I mean, you've got a stop coming up. Yeah, I know, I'm really fine. The Mark II coaches are livery designer compatible in this DLC. Does that mean they are close in Northern Transpennine? I need to get a more definite answer for you on that one, but they are separate entities, effectively. So they may work on, they will work in livery manner in this one. Doesn't mean that they'll work in the Northern Transpennine version at the moment. The others will be brought up to livery designer compatibility over time, but I don't know what the time frame is for that at the moment. I couldn't hear my AWS going off, but it's okay, I got no time. Yeah, okay. There we go. Yeah, so no, to go back to multiplayer, it's all about private sessions. Now, if the multiplayer in question were simply a kind of a collaborative affair, where it's you and another player as a guard or a fireman, I guess, on a steam train, then you would host that from your own computer or your own console and just invite the people along that you wanted to perform those roles with, like 2 or 3 of you. But if you're thinking a full server environment where you've got 10, 15 trains running, and then maybe each of those trains have got other players on as passengers or members of staff or guards or what have you, then maybe you've got 50, 60, 70 players all on one server. You password the server, and then if you've got Johnny Chuckles comes along and decides they're going to have the laughs by running every red light, trying to cause derailments and generally making a nuisance of themselves, then you can kick Johnny Chuckles off the server and just keep it to people that want to play it your way. Also true is, let's say you are Johnny Chuckles and you want to run a Johnny Chuckles server, whereby it is nothing but larking about. Well, that's possible too. And I'm a firm advocate, as well many of you know already. I'm a firm advocate in there is no wrong way to play anything. If you're having fun with it and your sense of fun is not interfering with anybody else's, then you're playing it right. The only time you're playing it wrong is if you're not having any fun. Do you think we will do multiplayer? Yeah, I think we probably will. But when is an entirely different question. It's not something that we're working on at the moment, but it is something that that is, you know, it's fairly high up our to-do list. It's something we've always wanted to do, but as ever, it's a question of, you know, what's the most important things to deal with first. There you go. I'm looking more dapper than usual. I'm just wearing black, Chief Longshin. That's all. And I've got a less cardboard box-tastic background than usual. So, you know, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's not true. Basically, Sam, if it's not on the roadmap, it's not coming. You said that, Rob, not me. I'm not gonna gift you a bingo. No, I'm not gonna make it happen. No, you're gonna have to wait for me to say organically. You can't force me to do a bingo call for you. There you go. See, no, multiplayer's not coming. If it's not on the roadmap, it's not being developed currently. That's what the roadmap's for. It lets you know what we are working on. There you go. See, that's definitely on the bingo thing, is explaining what the roadmap's actually for. It's to avoid you getting your hopes up just because we mentioned something conversational. We want to be able to talk about stuff like multiplayer in conversation without you immediately going like, it's guaranteed, it's a thing that's definitely happening. Because having those kind of theoretical conversations is, you know, we find them a great deal of fun. You know, the features that you'd like to see, that's, you know, that's a stimulating conversation. Is this some new DLC, and what is March Madness? March Madness is a sale on Steam. Many things. I'll play a snazzy trailer for you after I'm done with this this Diesel Legends playthrough. And I'll tell you what, at the rate I'm going, I'd expected to be through this particular run within about 45-50 minutes. Obviously, I hadn't measured it, so I wanted to run the Class 52 as well. So I'll do that in place of my scenario planner streaming later on, so you can see a little bit more of it. Or I could just put a Class 52 into my scenario. I see, now you're thinking. Yeah, I think I am. Yeah. Do all the German routes add layers to München Augsburg? Not all of them. I think there's one or two that don't make a difference. Off the top of my head, I can't remember, because the one... Layers are very cool. If you've not come across the concept of layers before, basically what happens is when we release a route that is compatible in terms of the vehicles in service, if we release a route where we've already got other vehicles that are in service, then by owning both those routes, we will apply an extra layer of services over the top to use those locos, or we'll substitute some of the services that you've got with a variety of trains. That makes it a richer experience, and means that effectively you get more out of routes that you've got. The only downside to it is that it's not 100% across the board. You can say, oh yes, this definitely goes with that, unless you've got it all memorised, which I don't. I mean, you can argue that I probably should have, but I just don't. So we do need some kind of at-a-glance checklist of what works with what. And I'm going to nominate Mike to make that happen. Yeah. That sounds like the kind of job Mike could dedicate to somebody, and I'm sure that somebody would be oh so grateful that he'd done so. Yeah. He's going to haircut me now on the bat phone. But that's okay. He's a big lad. He can take it. Yeah. We can't control console sales like we can on Steam. Actually, that's not true. We just get fewer opportunities for sale than we do on Steam. So it might seem like we're the tail wagging Steam's dog, but in actuality, we just get more windows to have sales running on Steam than we do on console. It's not favouritism, honestly. It's purely we take every sale opportunity that is put in front of us. That's something new you should put on your bingo card. Yeah. Honestly, I've got to learn how to use these brakes properly. This guesstimate business is rubbish. When will Steam arrive? when it's done, you'll know when it's getting close, because we're going to talk about it while it's in development. Are lightning storms coming to TSW2? We are going to be working on, but we're not currently working on. We are going to work on dynamic weather, so that weather patterns aren't fixed in the way they are now. So if you've seen the LGV route, there's a scenario on there where the weather changes midway, and that actually makes the experience quite interesting. And we want to do more of that, but we want it to apply to everything. So it's I think it's at the we should work on that stage at the moment, which in a roadmap sense is just before in planning. In planning kind of means we've committed to doing it and we're getting on with it. But yeah, it's definitely something that we want to do. Have the DTG considered the Ontario Go commuter? Yes, we have considered it, because it has been requested quite a few times. Why haven't we done it? Well, I mean, when it comes to route selection, we take the stuff that you've requested is important to us. That makes a difference when it comes to should we do route A or route B. I don't know, what did the community think? And we can refer to the feedback that you guys have given over time, and go, actually, I think this would be the more popular approach. Should have taken that off the throttle before changing gear. Then, equally, we also have to go for what can we get the license for. Go Commuter might not be interested in actually working with us. So, you know, if we can't get the license, then we can't make it. And then it's what we think will be popular. Tornadoes, not that kind of game. No, this is not Tornado Train Driver. Neither is it one that tries to recreate the opening from Mars Attacks, which, if you've seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm referring to. If you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie. It's a good movie. There we go. Will we be making a next-gen version for the new consoles? Undoubtedly. The question is when. It's not on the cards at the moment. It's not on the cards for this year. But yeah, there will be kind of a next-gen version-y kind of a thing at some point. I do not doubt. But that might be 3, 4, 5 years from now. It might be, you know, it might be next year. It might be any time. But it's not something that we're working on right now. When are we going to see more routes and locos in the roadmap? Well, I'm going to give you a sarcastic answer to that one. I mean, you should expect that when we add them. There's, I think we've got some more that are ready to be added, but until I get given the go signal, we can't add any new ones to the roadmap at the moment. And that's usually because they're still under consideration, or the license hasn't been secured yet, or any number of reasons. But the next batch should be just around the corner. I've beaten Elon Musk in sending a train to space. That's true. I've sent a couple. Yeah. I don't think the train necessarily wanted to go into space. Although saying that, it went into space because it had a desperate urge to do so while I was driving. But there you go. Let's get some door action on the go here. There you go. Does TSW have a merch store? No, it doesn't. I'm still not happy with all the empty sidings. Have you not been on a real railway? The issue there, Chris, actually is a performance one. The way we would want to use sidings would be to put in the vehicles as scenery, but use vehicles that are the drivable version. So not a cardboard cutout just sat there to make it look busy for the sake of looking busy. The reason for that is because that way we can make use of those sidings later on if we opt to do an expansion on that area. If we've put scenery in that area, it means that we've then got to do reciprocal work in order to take all that scenery back out again. So trains just sat there as a bit of background fluff, cardboard cutouts effectively, is what have I done wrong here? I've still got a brake on. Well, release it then. Yeah, all right, I am doing. There you go. Right, and now push off. So yeah, so I mean we're in conversation about changing that up, because empty sidings, they do undermine the how alive does a route feel that we have going on at the moment. So we're looking at kind of a blended idea where we may add fake stuff that looks, I mean, it'll look exactly like the same things that you're driving around, but it will not have functionality built into it. So it would effectively be as functional as that tree, but it would be part of the route design at that point and not, in fact, a vehicle. And the reason for not including just a bunch of vehicles sat on the side doing nothing is they come with quite a lot of memory usage. Even if it's a duplicate of one you're driving, it comes with a lot of memory usage just sitting still, because it's calculating physics all the time. Yeah. So that's, I mean, look, you are absolutely right in that sidings should have more life in them, but there's a valid reason why they don't at the moment, and we're evaluating whether that reason that we haven't added fake stuff to it is sufficient to keep it looking as lifeless as it does in some areas. It's there's a it's a juggling act to try and get that right. I mentioned another Unreal Engine upgrade, TSW3 coming soon, PS5 enhanced. Unreal Engine upgrade, yes. TSW3 coming soon, no. PS5 enhanced, no details. There we go. Right. I do my best, Chris. Look, we don't shy away from questions that might seem a little bit difficult. If we've got an answer, even if that answer is a little bit, well, that's not very good, we will try and give you the answer that we have. So there you go. How much memory does the single locomotive, which has to be counted by the end, how much memory does it take? I don't know. I'm not that science. But I mean, look, if it didn't use up much, then we'd have them all over the place. And it's not even locomotives; it's wagons as well. They're calculating physics all the time, so there is a performance hit that will undoubtedly happen if we're placing stuff for scenery. Who does make write the roadmap? Me. I do. That's my bit. Yeah, and I mean, it's not. I don't make up the stuff that's on it. I collate the information that is to go on it and try and understand what it all means, so that when you ask questions about it, I can answer them, or at least know who should be asked. That's kind of the minimum. When's the next UK route? What's the next UK route? That'll be the Cathcart Circle, I think. Yeah, and that's a little way off yet. The roadmap needs more emojis. Okay. Yeah. Folks, don't. Oh, hold on. I might have exceeded the speed limit because I was about to interact with Yonder Chat, but we haven't fallen off the track, so that's a good thing. Yeah. No. What I was going to say. Look, if some people want Steam more urgently, other people want multiplayer more urgently, they're right. If people want VR more urgently, they're right. Individual players, Chris, for example, he might want more wagons and trains parked up as they would be in reality, and that might be his top priority. Everybody is permitted to have their own top priority. Our job as a development team is to figure out how do we make the most people happiest with what we can achieve within a realistic time frame. And that's how we evaluate it. I mean, if someone else wants multiplayer above everything else conceivable, then they're right to want multiplayer. That's a thing that is there burning, whatever it is that's burning. So it's always there is a subjective take that everybody gets to make for themselves on whatever game it is that they're playing, whatever simulator it is that they're stuck into, whatever hobby it is that they have, and just because their opinion is different to your own doesn't make them wrong. It just makes their opinion different to yours. What locomotive is this? This is a Class 101 DMU, and we're running a couple of them in tandem. I've not done as much external as I normally would, but that's because I've been talking to you fine people. No offence, but if you thought this DLC would please the most people, you really don't listen to the community. Yeah, and that's fine. The primary reason for this particular DLC existing is that we had bandwidth within our gameplay design team to do an experiment with our timetabling system. This is an experiment of can we create a completely fresh experience on a route that already exists, therefore doubling up the amount of gameplay that someone has within a single route. And the answer is yes. The next question is anybody interested in that? And what we're seeing so far is strong opinion from those who aren't interested. Very strong opinion saying, like, this is not something I want. You're going to go, well, that's fine. It's not something you have to have. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But there are other people that say, well, this is great. You know, I love this era of train. And I'm, you know, this is the kind of pack that I'm after. Ultimately, if this pack does well, we'll do more just like it. And those might not be for you either. But if it doesn't do well, we probably won't do anymore. But what we have done is proven that the technology works, which was the main thing that we wanted to accomplish in the first place, because it means that we now have a lot of opportunities to add additional timetable experiences to it, if people want it. So we'll see. But you shouldn't have to pay just because Dovetail want to do an experiment. Could have been done internally. But we wouldn't know if you wanted it then. And also, if we'd done it internally or externally, it doesn't hurt you one way or the other if you don't want it. You don't have to pick it up. For the people who do want it, this is great. For the people who don't, you're no worse off for us having made it. I don't want a Ferrari, but I mean, they're allowed to make cars. It's as simple as that, really. Look, we know it. We know that this particular pack has fueled quite a lot of kind of heated opinion, and that's great. Heated opinion is really good because it allows us to tell the people within the company what people care strongly about, and that's important. But at the same time, don't forget that somebody else might really like it. Your opinion is your opinion. Somebody else's opinion is their opinion. What was that? Helder was saying, I hope in the future we focus on lighting, skies and performance and optimization. We are. But the team who do that are not the team that make this. Anyway, next up. There we go. That was a bit of that. That took a lot longer than I was anticipating. So what I'll do is I'll do another BR legend, a diesel legend. I'll add it to my scenario design later on. In fact, if you're still here, you can decide whether you just want to see me evolve the scenario I've been working on, or if you want to see a little bit more diesel legends, we can run through it then. But I have used up all my allotted time for this first section. So coming up next, we've got Southeastern High Speed with Rob Janssen. Then coming along a little after that, you've got the LGV Mediterranean, for those of you who want to visit the continent. Then I'm back a little later on where we'll be doing a little bit more diesel legendary. Yeah, there you go. On which note, I'll give you, here's some bells and whistles and swanky trailer type action.
Good day everyone and welcome to this video for the March Madness that's currently going on at Dovetail Games. Today we're driving the class 465 that is available for the southeastern high-speed route. And of course if you want to put it onto other routes you certainly can. But the playability especially is for the southeastern high-speed route. That is also available from Dovetail Games. I really like these networker type of trains. They're very powerful. Just put it into traction and let's see it sprint off, if I can use the sprinter type of term. But we're currently at the Gravesend. Loading passengers, waiting before we can depart. We can now depart. Let's put it into forwards. And let's start her up. So let's set the speed set. That we are currently at a 30 limit and then shortly going up to a 50 limit, then up to a 70 limit. We're currently in the 50 limits. Let's power up again. Yeah, indeed. Welcome to the March Madness, where you can, enjoy lots of trains. Lots of DLC on sale, so you can complete your collection, or if you ever wanted to get that train, you can just you can buy it. Currently, we are driving the 465, as I've said, the newest DLC, or at least at the time of the recording, the newest DLC available for Trains in World 2. My name is Janssen. I'm a Dutch simulation game streamer, mainly focusing on train sim, especially each Sunday, but also a lot of train sim world, and also other types of games, mostly related to trains, but sometimes delving into the other type of trains, or other types of games, I meant to say. Yeah, my life is a bit strange, but currently we don't on the southeastern high speed. We have just departed Gravesend and we're driving all the way to Raynham. Our next destination will be Higham, but first we'll pass through Hoe Junction. As you can see, it's a fast train. You can start her up quite easily, and then it just takes off like a rocket. These type of trains, they need to do that because it's a commuter style train. If I'm going to compare it to the Netherlands, these type of trains. In the UK you have the sprinter type class, you have the networker types, and so on. In the Netherlands we just have the sprinter type of trains, and and of course for the long distance the intercity type of trains, and of course high speed. But not that much high speed, but most of the time intercities and sprinters alike. Of course, watching out for the vigilance. R66 with some wagons. class 465 really adds something to this route. It's because the route itself, it only comes with the class 395, the Javelin, and the class 375, both of which are really fun to drive, good to drive, but the 465 just adds a bit more type of gameplay into the route. Currently have half a mile left. Half a mile. Let's try to stop on time. I'm going to enjoy the sounds of the regen brake. I'm going to be quiet for a small bit of time. Awesome sounds. Yeah, if you get the 465, certainly, especially enable the regen brake. It's just awesome type of sounds. The 375 is currently rolling into Hyam Station. In the southeastern blue livery, we have the southeastern white with blue doors livery. Back into the cab before we automatically switch into the big in the cab because of the tunnel. Speed set is still set to 70 miles per hour. We have a 15 limit coming up just before Strood Station. The southeastern high-speed route that is currently driving on has a very long history, especially in train sim. It's a pretty old route in train sim, but still stands out as a good route to drive. I've made lots and lots of miles on that route, and really enjoyed the drive, and was happy to see when it was announced for Train Sim World 2 that the Southeastern High Speed was being made. And slow down for the 15 miles per hour speed limits. Just at the end of the tunnel. Normally for these type of festivals and events from Dofto Games, I usually drive with a train and a route from Train Sim World, from Train Simulator 20XX, currently 2021. But for this time I thought, well, let's try to do something new, something different that I haven't done on these type of streams before, and just nailed the 50 mph speed limit. And I thought, why not with the newest route and the newest train? Currently arriving at Strood Station. Lots of wheel flange. It is an as it is a tight curve. It has a bit of an incline. Skip it to 15 to not fall as much behind schedule as I normally do. I even have on my own streams that I'm doing on Twitch every weekend. I also have a command available for subscribers and up for a late command, because yeah, I'm always late at stops at stations because something either did go wrong, or was driving a bit too slow, just enjoying the trains. Let's lock the doors again and go on towards Rochester. Speed set back to 15. Turning off the Medway line and on towards the I don't know what line it is. I should have been prepared a bit more. But, I think it was the Kent line, maybe. But, anyway. What's behind that? Another 375. Next destination is Rochester Station or Rochester New Station. Depends on if you drive in the some train simulator routes. It's known as Rochester New. Or the older station is known as Rochester Old Station. I still don't know why they just moved the station a small, actually half a mile down the track. Trainbow? No, it's not a trainbow. I've driven this route a few times, but still only saw just one trainbow. It's pretty rare to get one of them. For a car stop marker. There's the doors. Oh. Be quiet. Thank you. Yeah, you thought it was a bigger train, eh? No, it's not that big. Come on. If you still want to get on, please hurry. Too late. Bye. On towards Chatham. Also known as the home of Dovetail Games. With a double yellow. We need to watch out for the next signal after the next signal, because that one should be red, unless we have been cleared. Still double yellow. But the Ditto 4 again, still a 30 mile per hour speed limit restriction. Just passed through the old Rochester station. A few tunnels coming up just before the Chatham station. It's pretty dark. Double yellow. Seems like a train is in front of us, but it's keeping his distance, or we are keeping the distance from him. Or her. Ladies and gentlemen, next destination will be Chatham Station. Exit this train on the left side. If you ever wanted to meet the makers of this game, please alight here. Welcome to Chatham Station. This service is for Reno, calling in Gillingham and Reno. Also like the English style of information displays. Let's lock the doors again. And on towards Gillingham Station. I don't know if they in the UK do just put it into 4 right at the start, or maybe just like I do in 1 or 2 notches and then on to 4, because in the Netherlands most of the time you put it into 1 or 2 notches just to get going, and after you've been rolling, then put it into full power. Let's remember that we did have a double yellow. We still have a double yellow. Put it to 50. A single yellow. A red just before the station. There was one small sign just before the tunnel, and a white diamond square. And I've looked it up what that means, because if you pass that sign, you can just release the power and it's going to coast. And if it is an incline like this one, it slowly slows you down. Slowly slows you down. What kind of English, but it just helps with the braking on time. We have a single yellow, which means we are cleared into Gillingham Station. Still near WS. No feathers, so that means we're going straight through. We've been cleared, double yellow again. And let's stop on time. Ooh, that's a bit much, but opening the doors. We have a green, that means that the bar is down. We have the Gillingham depot right here. We're currently at this side. We started over here at Gravesend. We drove all the way down here. And our final destination, which will be random right there. There goes the Electrostar. Was Charing Cross. Let's close the doors and go on our way to our final destination. Raynham in just about 3 miles. $60. We have an 80 limit coming up, but as our train is limited to 75, we can just speed up to 75 at maximum speed. That was a 60 sign. Green signal. We have a double 465 in the depot. We haven't seen much 465 AI yet, but maybe we will do. 2.2 miles. $80 limits. We will see how much speed we can get before we need to slow down. Well, we can touch the 75. Maybe 74. $75, double yellow. No time to waste. Nice. Steam achievement hype. 800 yards to a 25 limit. That means for the crossover Single yellow. Let's slow down. Platform 0. Just in the nick of time. Ladies and gentlemen, our next destination will be Random Station, which is the terminus of this train. Please exit the train on the left side. And from me, I hope you all still enjoy the March Madness streams and enjoy the rest of your March Madness. If you ever want to drop by, just watch out just after this. I wanted to say commercial break, but just after this, after we stop, just look out for my social channel information. Follow me on social media. Join the stream. Get some nice Dutch trains, English trains, US trains, German trains. Everything trains. I've enjoyed the drive. I've certainly enjoyed the 465. And I hope we will see more like this DLC in the future. It was taking a little bit longer than I was thinking, but yeah. Let's close the doors. And I will say good day to everyone and enjoy your March Madness.
Still to come this evening, we're going to be looking at the scenario planner again and taking the opportunity to do a little bit more Diesel Legend action. Before that, however, we've got Jimmy Darley and the LGV Mediterranee. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be taking a look at the LGV Marseille to Avignon evening engineering run. This is a nice evening run. Let's take a look outside. Let's get our passengers in real quick. It's going to be a nice 60 kilometer run, I think. We're gonna have a great time. The sun is just peeking over the mountains. Nice cloudy sky, but nothing to worry about. Alright, let's lock the doors. Get our brake pressure up to 5. go. As a reminder, engineering work is taking place on the eastbound line at Aix-en-Provence. From here, you will be rerouted onto the westbound line. Okay, cool, good to know. And we're off. Let's get our lights and main lights up in order. Beautiful. Hope you're all doing well. Thank you. Big shout out goes to Railfan TV and Dovetail Games for giving me the second invitation for March. This is a 4-day event, so hopefully you guys are going to be having a great time watching other content providers along with myself. We're going to be showcasing different trains, different tracks, different maps. So hopefully you get to enjoy the whole weekend. This time around, this 4-day period, we're going to be being broadcast not only on Steam, but we're going to be broadcast on YouTube and Twitch as well from Railfan TV. So stay tuned for that. Some great content providers out there providing great content. So hope you enjoyed, guys. I'm on the LGV, just like I was on the previous event. I love the LGV. I love the map of France, and I love what Train Sim World 2 has done. It's provided an extremely beautiful map, a beautiful train, and this train is moddable, guys. You can repaint it using the in-game editor. Some beautiful work has been done by some wonderful artists. You can check it out on DTG forums. A lot of good artists out there. A lot of great stuff has come out because of this. We made it. Right on time. Well, a minute early. A minute late, sorry. That's it. Unlock the doors. Unlock right. A nice little glimpse of everybody coming in and out. Oh, shit. Sorry. Left. The left ones we have to do. My bad. Whoopsies. There we go. How did I get mixed up there? Let's get a good look at the upper floor. Nice. Voiture 01. That means card number 1, places 12 to 54. Nice. There's Wi-Fi too. Cool, we did it. Loft left. Alright, take off. Alright, so we have a speed limit 186 miles per hour. Oh, power change location in 10 kilometers. Nice. So we are going to change power. And there's the construction work that was happening. Let's see if I can remember how to switch power. Dynamic brake working. 2.4 kilometers, it wants me down to 100. Okay. Let's apply some brakes. Alright, time to do the switch. Hope I don't mess this up. Alright, change power mode. To continue the journey, the service's power mode must be changed to 1.5 DC. Alright. Give me a quick second. Let me save this just in case. Alright, first things first. Lower the pantograph, I think. Circuit breaker. Ah, here we go. Lower. There we go. DC. Perfect. And rearm. Hopefully that should work. No. Oh, we have to bring it up. Normal. Turn that on. And we are back. Perfect. All right. We're back on DC. And it wants me to go 60 miles per hour. Okay. Stop at location Marseille, 2031. So far so good, guys. Let's see if we can break it properly this time. And by properly, I mean on time. So about 2 kilometers, we're gonna have to be crawling in at 70 miles per hour. I guess that's okay. Whoops. that's the right speed. I was close. It's hard judging miles per hour to kilometers sometimes. Oh no, we have to go down to 37. Interesting. Should be about 50. Well, we missed our time. Now let's see for how long. Yeah, it was about 50. Here we are. Just a couple of minutes shy of our time limit. Nicely done. I think we're coming near the end of this tour. So thank you, all of you, for joining me on this beautiful trip. We didn't mess it up quite that bad, actually. We did quite well. Hope you enjoyed it. Again, big shout out to Railfan TV and Dovetail Games for giving us a chance to give you guys some awesome content. Don't forget to check out the EMU 465, the newest release. Beautiful little train running on Southeastern high speed. Check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like. Hit that bell icon for more notifications of newly released content. Really looking forward to testing out that train as well, so we're probably gonna post a video on it. And we made it, guys. Nice little trip. Nice and easy. Let's try and see how close we can get. Beautiful. That's it. That's all she wrote. That was it, guys. Let's see how well we fared. Nice work. Thank you. Unlock left. We'll get the right doors this time. That was it. The director has requested you to reverse your train back into the sidings rather than... Well, I missed that. So, the driver of the GTV, can you hear me? Yes. Press E to acknowledge. This is the driver of the TGV 125. I can hear you. Okay. All right, we're going to reverse into Marseille St. Charles, siding G12. Signal is already open. When you are ready, you can come. Fantastic. Proceed to acknowledge. Confirmed, we're going to reverse into Marseille St. Charles, siding G12. Signal is already open. I'm proceeding now. I guess this is where it ends. You can proceed when ready. Apply some power to get moving. Really? It's not over? Okay. Do I have to get into the other side? Okay. Actually, let's get the reverser on the right side. Oh. Okay, where's the reverser? Hello? Wiper. Actually, we'll do it this way. Reverser, reverse. Okay. You can proceed when ready. All right. Put it up to 5 again. All right, put that back down to 0. We should be good. There we go. Oh, it's not bad. Just have a kilometer to go. That's gonna be okay. We do have a speed limit though. Almost caught me off by surprise. In other words, they want us to park it. Cool, cool. Let me check the map real quick as well, make sure we're not making any mistakes. It is going back, and they want me to park it here. In other words, yep, should be going by itself. Okay. Yep, they got the track all set up for me. Keep coming. I am. There's no time limit on parking, thankfully. That was something unexpected. Very cool. Come about 50 meters. That's what she said. 40 meters now. This director is awesome. Nicely done. No, stop. Beautiful. Ooh, almost went in the wrong direction with the power. All done. You're good to shut down the train. Have a good evening, sir. Thank you, sir. That was a very nice, cheerful director. Set the power handle to off. Let's get back into the cockpit. Put that to off. Oh, there's the reverser. That's what we were looking for. Sneaky little button. Forgot about you. All done. Auxiliary button for 2 minutes. Not 2 minutes, guys. I'm joking. Good work. That concludes all your tasks here. Disembark the train and take a break. That is so nice of them. Alright. Where's my coffee? Check both sides. Nobody coming? We're home free, guys. We did it. Fantastic. And we just broke the speed limit right about here and here and a little bit here. We did quite well. Got the gold medal. Total score 9,637. I think that was a great run. Aside from opening up the wrong door, I think we did pretty well. So thank you for joining me. Don't forget, subscribe, like, favorite, hit that bell icon. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
So we're back again, and in a change to the advertised schedule, I'm going to do a little bit more Diesel Legends, for two reasons. Firstly, it feels like a little bit more Diesel Legends would be warranted, given that we only got to run one service last time round, and secondly, given that my scenario that I've been working on for a couple of weeks now is built up of quite a few BR Blues on that route, felt like it might be a bit confusing. So we'll stick with the Legends. And we'll try a little something else, and we'll try not to break it. So we'll head back into the timetable, and we're going to go with a bit of Class 08 action because reasons. It just feels like an awful lot of fun. We'll give that a go. What have we got in here? No, we'll go with this young chap here. Right, let's crack on. We'll start with a bit of 08, and then we'll do a bit of 52 to round things off, because those are the 3 locos then covered that are included in the base pack. Right, so we'll do a bit of coach preparation. That feels like that it's not going to take too long. Although, given that it's me driving, you never know. Right, let's go for a bit of 8 a.m. Yeah, it's some Gronk time. Oh yeah, or is it that I'm bored? No, not even slightly. No, none of my own route. It's only because I hadn't anticipated that 101 run earlier on taking an hour and a half. I thought we'd be done with that in an hour and I'd be able to get on to something else. More fool me. Right, okay, start off to couple up with some formation action. Oh my god, I've chosen again a train that I've not driven for ages. Right, the master key is on. It is, yeah. Look, it's there. It's already happening. Right, let's park myself in my chair, and let's see which action we've got going on. Throttle off. Yeah. I had a feeling that would be the case. All right, stop. Oh, classic. I'm on the verge of driving in something. I figured I wanted to go backwards, which is why I was facing this way. It's all fine. Everything's fine here. No, everything's under control. It's all good. Is it possible for me to get the Gronk airborne? I have done it before. Right, have we got... No, let's take the brakes off. Thank you. Right, there we go. No, it's all right. No, this is all normal. Let's crack the window open. Let's get the door into a working position, and then it's all going to be good. Yeah, fine. No, it's okay. Gronk plus rail driver. Ooh, that'll be fun. Yeah. No, look, it's a shunter. You have to drive it like you hate it. They embrace the abuse. It's really what they were born for. Yeah, it's all good. Look, I'm driving it in a very genteel way. We're doing very nicely here. How far have I got to go? Another couple 100 yards. I'm going to assume that the points are set correctly, which is always fatal. Well, we'll see how we get on, shall we? If they're set incorrectly, we'll just have to do this bit again. It's going to be fine. It's totally going to be fine. Totally fine. All the time. Entirely fine. This looks reasonable enough. Yeah. There we go. Not that anyone could hate a Gronk. No, but it's no. You've got to drive it as though it knows who the boss is, and I'm on the wrong track. Good. Yeah. No, we don't want to be here. No, we definitely don't want to be up there. There's nothing to connect to. All right. Okay. Pro tip time. Always check that you've got yourself with the map. Before you get rolling. That's the thing to do. Is this the right siding? No. This is we're clearly on the left hand side of it. Yeah, that's all right. That's just that's a warm up. That's to get me back in the mode right there. Yeah, there we are. Right. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. That was that was like the entire point of what we were doing there. For the sake of a little bit of time saving, I will speed just slightly. No, I have not. No. There you go. No, that's all right. No, look, you see, I've been able to figure out a bit of backwards and forwards now, and that's all helpful. See, Monty's done this a ton of times when shunting, and I'll be honest, any time there are points fiddlings involved, then you can guarantee that I've done it wrong. So yeah, there's that. It's okay. We're almost at the set of points that we need. Right. If I turn the throttle off, I'm going to try something dubious here, and it's going to work out fine. And then just stick a dab of brakes on, like that, and then we'll pop out and go change the points. Cool. Right, there we go. Yeah, you that way. Right, and the train will have lovely come to a stop there, because obviously I put a brake on. Yeah. Yeah, welcome to welcome to sharp inhalations of breath. If anybody wants to see this done by the rules, but the rules are there for other people. Right, off we go. That's it. Lots of lovely get up and go. I suspect there's probably another set of points that I'll need to change. Let's turn that off and go to the map this time, and have a quick look and see where we're going. We're going out that way. How are we looking? No, I want that one. Wrong way. Switch it. No, not that one. This one. This one here. There you go. Right. Now that one. Yeah. See, obviously that one's pointing the wrong way as well. Gameplay designers. What can you do with them? They insist on going like, oh, we'll set all these points wrong just to keep you amused. Yeah. Yes, it's all good, and I know who it is as well. Yeah, I know where he is. He'll be laughing at me in some kind of digital messaging forum. It's bound to happen. This is the longest stream I've seen on this channel. It's not the longest we've done. We did quite a few lengthy ones for our Festival of Rail early in January. But we do this a couple of times a year. We do an elongated stream where we invite guest stars to come on and show off some of their video stuff, and we feature a whole bunch of bits and pieces, usually accompanied by a sale going on at the same time. So it's fun to do once in a while, and we're on the right track now. This is all going to work. It's going to be great. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, that's good. Axel said it feels much nicer in the chat having people not begging for more roadmap information every 5 minutes. It makes a change. I don't mind people asking for roadmap stuff. It's only because they're keen. What loco is this? This is the Class 08, which is a thing of sheer beauty and occasionally known as a gronk. Yeah. There you go. Almost there. We're doing a moderately sensible speed here. I'll make the speed a little bit more moderately sensible in a moment. How far are we? 30 odd yards. Yeah, it's all good. It's going to be fine. Everything's good here. It's all fine. It's all good. It's all fine. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. That's nice. That should do it. No, or close to it. If I'd have kept the brake on, that would have been ideal. That's okay. We'll just give it a little dab of the accelerator here, and it's called throttle. Yeah, is it up? There you go. I might have stalled it a little bit. How much do you think you stalled it? Well, a bit. Yeah. That was a how do you do, and nothing more. Right. You feel like moving? Oh, very good. Right, okay, turn that back off again. Wait for it, 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 wait for it. Brakes. Yeah. Right, now, because I've got superhuman strength, I'll just pull it together for the rest of it. That's all fine. A bit of coupling. There we go. Yep, that's all good. Do I need to do brake hoses or stuff like that, or is a one-click fixes all? No, that looks sound as pound. Right, okay, sit back in here, whack it over and forwards, and then we're off somewhere. I have coupled to 5 cars. I've done it. Unless I haven't. Alright, hold on. What are you suggesting I haven't done? The manual coupling is uncoupled. Alright. There you go. You happy now? Oh, yes, you are. Right, fine, good. Yeah. That's okay. That's right. I was waiting for it to give me the next instruction. I wasn't going to set off without it uncoupled. I would never do something like that. Right. And let's trot on. Now we'll give it just a dab to get us underway. There you go. Yep. Dabbing away there. There you go. Solid. Great. Now, which way do we want to go? You've got a finite amount of time to figure out which points are set incorrectly, because I'm betting it's most of them. Right, we want to go there. So let's pull the switch on that one, and we should be about golden. Okay. Anything further along? This one. Wait for it. That one's already set right. Okay. Any more? No, we're only going as far as there. Oh, well, in that case, this is glorious. This is all going to work swimmingly if I slow down a little bit. Yeah, that'll be fine. Give it the beans. I'm not going to give it all the beans. I've given it enough to put our beans into a stage of yellowness, and that's really all we need at this point. Let's get ourselves set up here in our train spotting hide, and just wait for the action to come past us. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be worth it. It's totally going to be worth it. Totally going to... oh, nice. I was right. It's going to be worth it. Oh, you reckon I missed a switch? Surely not. I'm pretty sure I got them. Pretty sure. Yeah, I'm wearing my my gravel-coloured camouflage today, so that I don't scare the individuals out there. I think we've got one that's not set correctly. That one's set, and that's set. Well, it is, and it is, and it isn't. It's okay. We would have made that work. The next one over is set. That one, yeah, no, that one's all good. And then this one doesn't really do very much that bothers us particularly, and then we're there. So no, lights are all set correctly. Can I check the carriage numbers? I can do that. Hold on, Rob. Yeah, I'm doing a somewhat appropriate speed. We've got the throttle on at the moment. Let's go in and see what we've got going on. And on the subject of throttle numbers, quite a few of the locos in the Diesel Legends pack have nameplates. That was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, and this one is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As is, it's unsurprisingly that one as well. Yeah, good. There are nameplates. There are, I think, 50 different nameplates available in the Diesel Legends pack, and there is, for those interested, a spotter's guide available from trainsimworld.com. I kid you not. You can check them off as you see them, or maybe as you drive them. Yeah. You read someone 52 was rebuilt for this pack. Any idea why that would be? Off the top of my head, no, but I believe it is a rebuilt logo. If Matt's still around, he'll be able to give me some details on that one. That's a 13444 at the front there. And at this stage, it wouldn't surprise me if I was to look at the carriages again and they'd all got completely different numbers. Here we go. Give them all a wash and brush up. That'll all be lovely. I think you need randomness in the coach numbers. I don't think we need randomness. I think we need a finite number of coaches within any particular environment, all of which have a unique number, and much like you would get a different livery, a specialist livery, occasionally turn up on like the Javelins do. That you would, or like the nameplates do on this, that you would get that you would get a random assortment of coaches based on the ones that actually exist. But then I don't know how difficult that is. So it's all very easy for me to say, oh, I think what you should be doing is, but no, see, it's easy for me to suggest stuff. Right, 1 and a bit miles to go to the Old Oak Common carriage reception, which is a go via job. We'll get ourselves rolling, and there we go. No, I have rebounded a Gronk off the buffers before after it got away from me. I did one of my hop out and change the points moments, and then it got away from me. It's a go via, not stop. Yeah. I saw that. Right, a quick cab tour. What have we got going on here? A lot, actually. There's plenty of kind of valves and stuff. So we've got the exhaust to speed up. We'll have some of that. I want the exhaust as speedy as I possibly can get it. Your train brake going on there. What have we got? We got the brake overcharge. We've got some wiper action. I don't know if they're... no. Slap the wiper on. If you're not going to stick your head out the window like a dog, then that's an opportunity. I'm just going to check my route here and make sure I'm properly configured. That's a yellow. That's fine. That's all right. Yellows are our friends. And then we've got a red. Okay. Right. Okay. I better pay some attention then, I suppose. What we don't want to do is that's an ideal. David even is looking forward to learning the Great Western game. Currently in Portugal, coming back next week, and then 10 days in isolation. Make sure you've got a laptop that will support a bit of train sim, and you won't be bored. Yeah, just oh no, 10 days with just me and train sim. Oh no, what a disaster. Just a suggestion. You reckon we should thrash it? Okay. This is all good. We're merrily tootling along. I mean, the tootling we do is all merry, of course. There you go. Just keep it in cruise mode, please. That's all good. No, we've got a green coming up in 600 yards. Right, that gives us the opportunity to go and have a look around. What else we've got around here? We've got hot plates, but this one seems to be malfunctioning. If you want a functioning hot plate, you want a class 20. That'll sort you out for putting on a brew while you're in motion, with which you can then have a pot noodle. We've got a sander. Some of the mentioned stuff that I'm missing. The emergency brake valve kicking around. Obviously, you've got the duplicate controls over this side if this is the way you prefer to operate. I've got a whistle isolation valve for when the whistle has just been too much. Is fuel consumption simulated? Yes, it is. Yeah, it definitely is. Fuel consumption is simulated, and we don't do it anymore. But we used to have refueling the tank of the train as well. And in some cases, we refueled the fuel tank with passengers. That only happened once, and then we fixed it. Personally, I thought that was surreal enough to be potentially interesting. Swinging gauges in the middle. Well, it's all good. Swing them. Swing it. One time. That's it. Yeah. Put them where you want them, and then they are. Can we run out of fuel? Theoretically, yes. Yes, theoretically. The game is so gorgeous. Can't wait for the boss slow G6. I think there's still some time to go before that's out, but I know that one is well anticipated. Right, let's just do a quick check and make sure that everything here is functioning as expected. That looks like it could be a red light, but it's not a red light. It says red light there, but it's not. Is the issue of some assets not fully loading until they're in view being looked at? Yes, that's part of memory management. That's as we do better with our optimization stuff that we're doing with the game overall. That's the kind of thing that will be fixed, or if not entirely fixed, it will certainly be improved. What we aim for is nothing that takes you out of feeling like you're there and doing it, and our goal is always to build the level of immersion you feel while driving, rather than take anything away from it. So improving lighting, dealing with the lighting and the shadows, and making sure that we show up a little bit better. It will help out. Avgeek, message received. I'll move my microphone just a little closer. That should do the job, because it's a dynamic microphone. So the closer it is to me, the better you are to hear me. Have you missed Kernel Cam? No, not yet. I haven't tried one yet. To be honest, I think I'll probably be moving too fast for Kernel Cam to really live up to its potential. The camera, that is, not the train. but now's as good a time as any. Right, if I throttle up here, because we can now go 20. Steady on. Now I know you're only supposed to take a Gronk up to 15, but you know, rules. They're there for others. Right, let's. I think we'll start at the back and move forwards, and see how we get on with that. Spot on. This is exactly what you want. A nice dab of casual kernel cam. My angle is just off. See, you should never have to change the angle, spoil the effect. Yeah, no, too close. Right, back it up. Give it another bit of head start. We want to be a little bit higher. There you are. Right, a bit low. How about that? Yeah, that'll do. Make it snappy, because there's probably some other change in action going on soon. I'm sure it'll be fine. There you go. There we go. See, that's coming on quite nicely. So execution not perfect, but not bad either. Right, we've gone via our go via. We're now waiting for the next opportunity, which is 1.5 miles away, and it's a stop. It's often the most challenging thing to do. Yeah, let's give it a damn more throttle and see if we can't pick up the tempo. Yeah, we got a goodly amount of engine wiggle going on here, which is super. Smashing. Super Gronk can do 27. I bet I can make this do 27. Yeah, it's just a matter of the right level of will and the right level of putting it on the LGV. That's a speed test worth seeing. Is the LGV Mediterranean has a really great downhill section with some very steep grades. So if you ever did want to see how fast you can get a train going, now I know that doesn't appeal necessarily to the purists, but for those who enjoy larking about, put the train of your choice in the scenario planner on LGV, and you can give it a proper run. And see exactly what it's made of. Good stuff. No, this is nice. It's nice to be doing something casual where I can actually spend the time just larking about with the camera. I do enjoy a good bit of trying to find views that are quite stimulating. Frankly, you can take this contest any kind of angle you like, and it's relatively stimulating. So that's all good. Yeah, there we go. I don't think you can get the Gronk up the hill to be able to try the downhill. No, well, you can, because you can start at the mid station, which is at the top of the hill, effectively. But it's the second hill that is the really steep one. The first one's got a little bit of angle to it. Did I activate the flux capacitor? Not this time. What track is this? This is Great Western Express, and what you're looking at here is part of the Diesel Legends pack, which is it's a smidge anachronistic in that it's a modern track but running historic locos on there, but it is a completely revised timetable to operate with nothing but BR Blue era trains, and therefore it's something a little bit different. So if you enjoy the Great Western Express route, this is a different timetable and a different set of scenarios to enable you to play it in a completely different way. At this point, we could just go to Reading, because we're already quite nicely warmed up. Yeah, I would say so. I don't think that's unreasonable. Let's get in here, turn that off. We'll be doing that next, probably. Yeah. There we go. See, I got out my train hide again. Nice. Okay, how are we doing? Right, we've got a yellow in a couple of yards. All right, we are in a throttle off scenario at the moment, and then we've got we've got a dab of red coming up. That's okay. Fortunately, that particular dab of red, I panicked there. That particular dab of red is after we're supposed to have stopped, so I probably shouldn't worry about Why aren't there any AI trains? What other than the one we just saw? There are AI trains. It just feels a little bit empty because obviously the capacity of the line here is pretty significant. Is Jamie going to drive a Gronk soon for us on the channel? Liam, if you request it, I'm sure he'll give it a go. It's just a matter of lining it up. Is there a possibility of adding 395 to Great Western Railway again, since they use those trains on that line? That's a Mac question. It's the kind of thing that we could add when it hits the preservation crew era. That would be the time that we could make those things to do. Is TSW2 in the sale for Xbox One? This particular sale is Steam only, unfortunately. And the next Xbox sale, we don't have a date for it yet. But we try and put everything on sale as often as we possibly can. But we are limited sometimes by the platforms as to how often we're allowed to do that. Yeah. How much is the diesel pack in American dollars? It's $22.99, I believe, and that's in part due to the exchange rate. That's in dollars. $14.99 in Great British pounds. Yes. There was mention of improvements to skies on certain routes coming. Is that particularly an improvement to the clouds, so the clouds are more realistic? It's bringing them up to the standard of Train Sim World 2, and this was specific to Long Island Railroad. So at the moment, Long Island Railroad still runs the Train Sim World 2020 Sky system. Right, here we go. Scenario: spawn a Gronk at Ebbsfleet International towards St Pancras, and see how fast you can go on that 2.2 downhill. There you go. Yeah, that would work. No, don't treat me. I'm not done yet. Don't treat this as done. We're not done. Oh, right. Okay. Power down. Power down. Let the brake cylinder have a think about itself, and then try it again. There you go. Right. Can a 395 be used here in scenario planning? Yes, it can. I'll be starting training on the Piccadilly line in a few weeks. Hopefully something good comes out of it. That sounds great. How long have you been in? How long did your application process take, Adam? Because that's not quick. Is my understanding. Okay, right now we're going to. I'll set myself up so that we can try and. I will try and set myself up so that we can try and stop on the money here. So we'll stop with the money marker right there and see how we get on. All right, throttle off. Now, how much time am I going to need to slow from 5.5 miles per hour? Ooh, hard to say for sure. Let's go initial application. That's not bad. No, see, too quick. Well, that's close enough for government work. That'll do. No, it won't. No. You want me right on the money, do you? Okay, well, fair play. All right, fine. I bet if I ran it into the buffers, you'd go, yeah, you've arrived. Yeah, there you go. The passengers are eerie. The passengers do move in a mysterious way, it's true. Right, there you go. Are we happy? You better be. I can't go any further. Hold on. There you go. Check that for a stop. That's nice. I mean, admittedly, I was doing like 0.9 of mile per hour. What do you mean? I've got to go another 6 yards. Hold on a moment. 6 yards, you say? Oh, wait, I'm there. I've done. Hold on. Maybe I could do it myself. All right. Wait. Hold on. Wait. If I just stand here, can I? No, no. 3 yards is in the middle. Okay. All right. Well, maybe if I back it up and I go stand in the middle, then everything will be happy. Yeah. No. Matt, are you paying attention? Right. Okay. Here we go. Right. Train brake service to running. You think give the buffers a nudge and see if that does the trick? All right. Yeah. All right. Let's give it a go. Because at this stage I've done it correctly. and therefore it deserves everything I now throw at it. Right, train brake is off, and wait for it. Now this is where we're going to send it into orbit, so brace yourselves. Right, here we go. Gently does it. Gently does it. There we go, I'm there. Oh, you just wanted me to run into the buffers. Oh, fine. Well, I mean, you could have said that. That would have made life a lot easier. Why is my TSW loading screen black? It sounds like something's broken there, Jonathan. But it's hard to say for sure exactly what's going on without knowing your particulars. So presumably you're running on PC. That we would need to see the spec that you're working on. Try ensuring that your graphics drivers are up to date. If you're running some kind of multi-monitor system, it might be worth disabling a couple of monitors and just running out of the main one. But fundamentally, try your drivers, and if that doesn't work, get in touch with our tech support team, and they'll be able to troubleshoot exactly what's going on with that, because that's unusual. Yeah. Yeah. Right, okay, next. Main menu. Do I want to do the Class 166 introduction? No, I don't think I do. No, I already know everything. No, it's fine. Right, okay, so next on our to-do list here, let's go down there, and let's take the 52 out. Right, let's have a dab of clouds. We just want to soften the environment a little. We'll add ever such a small amount of precipitation. No, a smaller amount than that. I want a Scotch mist level of rain. I don't want full-on S-Ragnit. Alright, that'll probably do. We'll have a dab of wetness, because it's been at it like this all morning. Yeah, that'll do. And it's breezy, but not too breezy. Good. Right, there you go. I've said it exactly how I like it. Yeah, good. Yeah, no, you see, I already know everything about everything as far as trains are concerned. I mean, you turn it on, you push some handles, it all works. Right, okay, well, where should we go? We've got Old Oak Common to London Paddington, which is not a very long run. Let's start from Paddington. Yes. No, that's Reading to Paddington. We don't want that. We could go out as far as Bristol. Well, look, you've got 25 of your favourite minutes. We'll go as far as we can get in 25 minutes. Let's go as far as Swansea. A stopper would be nicer. Well, you're going to get what you get. It's hard to say for sure exactly which ones are the stoppers based on this. We could just drive the loco. Nah, it's cheating. Okay, all right. Drivers Express originating from Swansea? No, we want to... let's go to Bristol, whatever. All right. All right, here we go. Yeah, that's good. No, it's fine. All right, let's see how far we can get in 25 minutes. I'm sure it'll be quite a long way. Intercity doesn't stop. Well, then we'll go really fast for 25 minutes. It'll be all fine. We've got to go and uncouple. I will happily do so. Excuse me. Right. And down. Right, there we go. Arguably, of course, I should have run down the edge of the platform there, but it's going to be fine. None of them are stoppers. Well, they might well be the way I drive, so we get that to look forward to anyway. Yeah, no, it'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, good. Yeah, good. I don't know why I'm doing this. Why isn't there another trained professional who is handling this action while I set up my train to go? You don't have to answer that, but at the same time, you know, this feels like something the union should get involved in. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Just running down the track because I've got nothing better to be doing with myself. Well, I tell you what. Let's jump in and let's do a little bit of interior action. Obviously, we keep the window open. This will be that one window that you used to get on slam door trains that would refuse to stay closed. All right, there we go. Tickets, please. Sorry, I'm joking, but get them ready anyway, because when the conductor comes through, he's going to want to see this. Oh, we've got plenty of posh people in this evening. Although, saying that, excuse me, sir, could I see your ticket? I don't believe a first-class passenger is going to be wearing a puffer jacket, but that could just be me. Right. No, window open, and then open the door. Yeah, and then close the door. Oh, you're leaving, are you? Okay, all right. Oh, well, okay. Oh, it's because it wanted me to unlock the doors, and that's counted. Oh, fair play. It's 1970. They're on strike. Yeah, very good, Irish. Yeah, absolutely. Right, what do we got here? This is... No, I don't want to give up this... You're the one that made me run down there. This is the Western Dragoon. One of many named locos that you can drive on this pack. And there is, if these things interest you, there is a spotter's guide available on the Train Sim World website. Right, now finally we can start to set up master key on, because I know where it is on this one because I checked it earlier. Let's put the reverser into forwards, and then we've got to find all the important buttons. Oh, it took me ages to find the lights on this last time round. It's all right, I'll find them. That's a house. Okay. We also want the DSD on as well, given half a chance. Well, it'll be around. It always is. Yeah. What have we got here? What are you? You're the cab light. All right. Well, it is dingy, and so in the spirit of letting people see what's going on, we'll enable the cab light. Oh no! It really did take me ages to find the lights on this. Ah, yeah. I even went out into the corridor to see if they'd left them in there somewhere, but it had not. No. Right. What have we? Where are we? Sit in the driver's seat? No, not yet. Oh, that's a trap. Right, wipers. Well, we'll give the wiper a bit of action, given that there is some rain going on at the moment. And console lights are under the panel on the left-hand side. Of course they are. Yeah, thank you. Headlight on. Yeah, there we go. Train classification on. And marker lights we don't need. We do need those two. Really feels like we've come up a bit short. All right, okay. Well, no, that's about it. Unlock the doors. Well, okay. Unlock right. There you go. I've unlocked them. What if I were to lock the doors? Is it because I unlocked one door? There you go. See, it's happy now. Right, okay. Let's. We're into forwards, and then we'll take the brake off because we do that. Right, and we'll take the straight brake off as well. It is off. Take the throttle back down. Wait for the brakes to disengage, and then off we trot. Press left arrow key. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I suppose I mean that's one way you could do it. No, if I can't, I'm not going to get. Look, I wouldn't fit down there. I'm quite a large lad, and therefore I wouldn't fit down there. And that's no, that doesn't feel realistic to me. Obviously, jumping out with my camera equipment to sit by the side of the line anytime I feel like it, totally realistic. Turn on your instrument lights by pressing left arrow. No. I'll turn them on by using a light switch. If no light switch exists, then instrument lights are just something we're going to have to live without. Hold on, there we go. It's in there. I saw it. Where are you? Where are you? You're in here. I saw it with my own eyes. Just wait. No. I flipping saw it. Hang on. Zoom in. Go over. Have a look. Instrument lights. Middle. Okay. Alright, how's the speed? Speed's fine. Okay, alright. There you go, gotcha. Ha! Phew! Good. Right, press the arrow key twice for AWS. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, this will actually let me see where it is. Okay, it's down there. Yeah, I can't reach it. Get out of the chair. I still can't reach it. Now, if I can't reach it from inside the chair, we can't have it. It's as simple as that. No, fine, no. Okay, well, we've made it this far through existence without having AWS enabled on ourselves. I'm sure we'll be absolutely fine. Meanwhile, however, we're missing out on important stuff here. There we go. We've got the vital go via gantry 3-1. All right, here we go. We're going to go for a slow rumble here. With lights down there, it would look like you're keeping on your dashboard. Yeah, absolutely. And that's not a precedent that you want to set. I mean, you don't want your passengers thinking that you're asleep at the wheel. Okay, yeah, this is going quite nicely. Right, what's our speed limit? 40. Oh, let's approach that then. That'll be good. Adam, you're off. Thanks for tuning in today. Maybe we'll see you again over the course of the week. Passengers complaining about the lack of light. What are you talking about? They've got the lights on. See, look, the lights. It's all illuminated. Illumination is occurring. Yeah. Zoom it up a bit. Obviously, not in the male fan at the end. But everywhere else, we're golden. Yeah. All right. Wait. Good. The classification lights on the front of the 52 aren't on, even though everything is turned on. Let's have a look. Seems to be on. There is some illumination going on there. There you go. Yeah, BR lighting. Yeah. There we go. Moving along nicely. Now, in just over half a mile, we've got a 100-mile-per-hour limit. When is TSW2 going to have a Facebook page? It has one. Train Simulator is where you want to go. This is where we all hang out. In fact, we're streaming there this evening. Hello there, friends on Facebook. No, that's we're there right now. To get to the buffet cart, you've got to wall climb along the road. Claudio says, "Hey, Sam, we'll have the pleasure of your company during any other streams this week. Not this weekend. I'm all done. This is my stint this weekend, but I'm back next week. So that's all good. Yeah, absolutely. Has this released on Steam yet? Yes, it has. It's out today. This is the Diesel Legends pack, which is a brand new scenario pack for Great Western Express. So if you've got Great Western Express already, this will add more ways to play, as it reinvents the timetable based on BR Blue era trains. So it's a complete new timetable with extra scenarios. If you also own the Tees Valley line, the Class 31 is also available. How am I? Oh, I'm effervescent. So we go. Right, let's set up for a bit more hot camera action here. I'm pressing the wrong button. I always do that. It's my first person shooter skills. Insist on WASD rather than cursors. Right, where should we stand? We'll stand on top of these pipes and wait for the shot. I'm still getting the camera out of the case. Oh no! Still, we're getting a fair lick of speed going on now. That's jolly good. What are we doing? 65-ish. Okay. All right, that's good. Right. Now, do we trust ourselves to work just off the signal? We are an express. Presumably, it's just going to let us go. The only thing that is entirely beyond me is whether or not I can read track links. So I'm going to turn the HUD on like a total coward. That's right. It's okay. You're allowed to play with the coward turned on. That's what it is. Scenario plans should be available if you have the Great Western Express route. I've run several different trains of Great Western Express, including the ICE. Yeah, it totally is. The scenario plan is there. Yeah, just go into Great Western Express and go into. I'll double check after I finish this run, just to ensure that everything is working as it should. And there you go. And if it isn't, I'll yell at Matt. I mean, it won't accomplish anything, but it always makes people feel better. I just found a weird radio station that sounded like a drummer having seen. I think that's what the young people call electronic dance music. J4V. Yes, it's a popular beat combo kind of thing. Maybe it was the drum and the bass that you were listening to, or perhaps a little bit of jungle. There is quite a lot of frenetic drum action going on there. Either that or it could be jazz. Nice. Right, okay, well, we're up to 80 miles per hour. This is, we're fair shifting. As we said, I'm rather enjoying the pace of this 52. Yeah, that's good. As long as I haven't got to stop, because I tried stopping it earlier on, and it's basically a case of plan ahead. For if you do not plan ahead, you will not be stopping. What's the top speed of this loco? Theoretically, it would be printed up here, telling you what you aren't allowed to do, and then we would try and beat that. But this route section is 100 minutes, so I've got the throttle on. We'll see how far we go. It's a 90. I had a feeling it was, but I was pretty sure it was one of those where it was printed up there. No, they're usually not backward in coming forward in suggesting what exactly is the Dean, are we off? Are we just into late night chats now, where everything is off topic? You're giving me the choice of bottom, Mr. Dean, Father Ted keeping up experiences 1 foot in the grave, Red Dwarf, 40 Towers, or League of Gentlemen. It says on the side of the loco. Thank you, Ross. Speed limits are for people who don't care guideline speed. No, I don't. No, I'm not too fussed about speed. I will break all the rules to try and get you there on time. Right, let's enjoy, not this end. Let's get to the business end of things. As me and the Western Dragoon here hammer it up the line. 86. We've got a minor amount of downhill, so going back to your question, Dean, I'm going to reject Mr. Dean keeping up appearances 1 foot in the grave and red. He's what's broken. Sorry, Lee. I didn't see the first part of the question. If you go too fast, you may lose your wheel. Well, if we go any faster, we'll go back in time. There we go. Hold on. Let's let passengers know we're going through. Just in case they were like leaning along the track like that, see how far we go. That's actually uphill. The gradient indicator is reversed. Is that because the loco, we're actually facing backwards in the loco? No, we've got a loco facing forwards. The gradient, in my humble opinion, should always reflect the direction that you are currently travelling. Game is a little loud. Okay, hold on. Now, apologies, I'm going to immersion break just for a moment. Oh no, hold on. We've got. I'll get past this green and just make sure I'm not about to cause a problem, and then I'll drop the train sound ever so slightly. Wait for it, because I don't want to really pull it down that area. So if I take this down a notch or two, we should be about there. So about there should be the trick. How's that working for you? I reckon that's probably about right. I should be cutting through now a little better. I think this is the most beautiful loco in the pack. Well, I'm glad you think that, Shelby. That sounds like we've ticked the box for you there. Is there going to be any voice announcements at some point? We know how important voice announcements are in order to set immersion. So yeah, it's definitely on the things we'd like to achieve list. It's not something we're actively working on at the moment, but yeah, no, it's definitely something we'd like to address at some point. Sound overall is high on our agenda this year, so I mean, I wouldn't rule out that we start working on it this year, frankly. No, I don't know anything secret about that, but I can certainly nudge the right people and go, platform announcements. What about on-train announcements? All that kind of stuff. Yes. Hale is saying the Long Island Railroad timetable should be expanded. It should, but part of the reason that it isn't at the moment is that there are signalling complexities on Long Island Railroad that are causing us to have to run a reduced schedule on there. So that's one of the things that we haven't managed to address with this look at LIRR that Adam has been doing, but it's probably number one on the agenda for next time round. But we've got some dispatcher and optimization stuff that should help make fixing that kind of thing a lot more straightforward. Yeah. Next up, either Platform 1 is our next go via. Oh, we're about to hammer our way past a wire ride here, if I manage to get my angle useful. If we haven't already done it. No, we haven't. Ooh, we're in the right place at the right time. Thanks, camera clipper. No, you're the real MVP. Well done. That would have been gorgeous. But no, you insist on not letting me clip through. Okay, well, it's all right. Loving the pack. Shame about the AWS and cab changeover where you need to switch it on the outside on Xbox and PlayStation. And who's the women? The women that does the announcements. Multiple women doing the announcements. Glad you're enjoying it, and obviously any feedback that you've got, do let us have it via the forums, and then we can feed that back, and we can probably get that addressed when it is. What's this? I don't know. No, if it's an obvious oversight, then it's something that can easily be addressed. Camera says no. Are lightning bolts coming to the weather system? It's not high up on the list. I'll be honest with you. Extreme weather is not something we're aiming for. Dynamic weather is something that we want to accomplish. Now that might include a spot of extreme weather in the mix, but it's not the overall reason that we want to make that change. I don't know why it's so relaxing right now, watching the stream and seeing you drive and talk. I'm using my go to bed voice. You know, I'm putting you into a relaxed state of mind while tootling along the track here, and therefore, you know, it's the end of the evening. If you're in any way in a European style location, if you're in America, stay awake. You've got plenty of day left to go. By which I mean America's, continental wise. He said, covering himself. Matt's already asleep. You're rarely awake then. It's a go via. No, I wasn't turning off in advance of slowing down. I was turning off just to coast for a bit. It felt like I'd got up to max speed, so I thought I'd just ease off for a bit. I know, I was keeping it fresh, is what I was doing. Well, I was endeavouring to anyway. Look at her go. Terrific. More terrific. Yeah. No, smashing stuff. This is. Oh, that's great. I very much approve. I might have to do a little bit more with the 52. Are we going downhill now? Now we're on the flat at the moment. Shouldn't the external cameras default to the loco? Yes, but I suspect for the same reason that the gradient is flipped the wrong way round, it thinks front camera is actually back camera. But does it think back camera is front camera? Well, hold on, I'm just going to haul it through the station here, and then we'll find out, shall we? No, back camera is the back. Front camera is also the back. But the back camera is on the roof, so you could call that the cat camera. Ooh, hold on, there you go. We'll leave ours alone, and we'll just sit here and enjoy the moment, and hope that nothing befalls our own train. There you go. That's calming. Very nice. I'm really hoping nothing bad has befallen the train. Alright, there we go. Yep. No, it went to a loading screen there because the train had actually moved beyond where I was, so it had to load in the section of track that was coming up. Right, how are we looking? 4 miles to Maidenhead. Okay, we can do that. Has multiplayer driver and passenger been considered? Yes, it's definitely been considered. We're considering a lot of things when it comes to multiplayer. Obviously, it's something that we want to address. No, it's not something we're working on at the moment, but the discussions are afoot of with regard to what might that be and how might that look. There's numerous different ways of doing it. So I mean, you've got driver and passenger. As I said in the stream earlier this evening, as a streamer, what I'd very much enjoy would be if everybody watching the stream could pile on as I was expecting to see passengers there, could pile on as a passenger and experience it both via watching from Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, whatever, or from within the game itself. Maybe you could sit in the back of the train and have an in-game like tablet computer or iPad or Android, whatever, and you could be watching the stream on the tablet while sat on the train that is being driven on the stream. The Matrix. There you go. Yeah. No, I know. Inception. I've inceptioned the passenger experience. There you go. How plausible is it? Well, I mean, it's technologically possible. Let's put it that way. But how plausible is it that we pull something off like that? Really slim. But I could see that actually being incredibly popular for all kinds of things. Nico asks, is this still live? No. Or is it? No, it's still live, Nico. It's definitely still live. Good. Has he turned the lights off on the panel? I do appear to have done, don't I? Let's have a look and see if it's... No, allegedly they're on. I'm going to go out on a limb and say I reckon I've blown a fuse. Yeah, I think a fuse has gone because I've been giving the train what for, yeah, it's terrible. Multiplayer could have multiple people in different trains and also the ability for someone to act as a signal controller to manage services. Absolutely, totally. Yeah. Nico, oh my god, this is great at this hour. Yeah, we don't stream this late very often, but you know, we like to do it a few times a year. Yeah. What's my favourite train in the game so far? I don't know. Lately, I've been rather enjoying the Class 31. I thought the 465 was a lot of fun to drive. Typically, I don't go for more modern trains. I find them a little bit too easy in terms of just pure get up and go. I mean, that's not to say that I do well with them. Far from it. But I like something that is just a little bit more fussy. Just a little bit more fussy. No, the Class 31 I've been enjoying lately. I thought the 465 was pretty good. I enjoyed the Javelin was quite good fun. The 101 I always like because that's very fussy, even if I don't fully understand the brakes. You know, I managed to make it stop, and that's good enough. Quite enjoyed driving the Gronk early on. Honestly, I'm looking forward to Clinchfield coming out because it's been a little while since I've last had the opportunity to try some of the American stuff. So that can be quite a lot of fun. And I do like an F40. I've had some scenarios where there are passengers left in coaches after parking them. Looked kind of weird. That's because it is kind of weird, JQ. Passengers is on our list for this year of things we want to address. So both in terms of the diversity in passenger that you get, so a wider range of passengers, fewer clones, and their behaviour as well. So hopefully, then getting off the train before you go to the depot will be a thing of the past. But we'll see how we get on. SD40 was my favourite train of old. I love the look of the SD40. Would you ask to drive Clinchfield preview stream? If it's preview stream, Matt will do the driving, and my involvement will tend to be limited to Goose in those situations. So I'll be driving the chat while Matt drives the train and tells us stuff about things. How come the Clinchfield SD40 looks like an SD40-2? Don't know. I don't know. I couldn't say that. I could pick an SD40 or an SD40-2 out of a lineup, but I couldn't tell you which was which. So that's unfortunate. I'm the wrong person to ask. I don't have the level of expertise to be able to tell the difference. Curious how you would explain the pros and cons of this loco. Do you like the hydraulic versus the electric motors? I'll be completely honest with you, Chris. What I like about it is that it's throaty. That you just you put it on and it gives you a bit of growl about it. Yeah, no, Lyric. It's a perfectly valid question. I'm just the wrong person to ask. Yeah, so no, I couldn't tell you the difference between a hydraulic versus an electric motor. No, I couldn't. It's not. I just grip it and rip it by and large, and attempt to stop in the right place at the right time, and occasionally do my best not to go too fast. Yeah. Again, not the right person to ask. I always describe myself as a train appreciator rather than a true train fan. Yeah. If you make steam locos very realistic, you will have to go into the game 4 hours early to get the fire going. That's very true. As part of the development of steam, we've been discussing things just like that. Is where do you compromise between reality and simulation in order to make it playable, because you're not going to want people, but some people would love that, would love to have to tend to the fire for a couple of hours before being able to set off, especially if, and this is pure Fantasyland and definitely not happening, if for example you could monitor, stoke and set up the fire on a mobile device, or a handheld gaming console or something like that. So you keep an eye on it while you were setting off on your way home from work in the evening, and then it'd be all fired up and ready to go by the time you were good to sit down. Stop at the next one. Yeah, I've got that. I've got it. Now, last time I tried braking. I stopped this train from about a mile out with fairly aggressive braking, and it took the entire mile to slow down from about 70. So I'm aiming to start easing her off a bit when we get to a mile and a half out. Yeah. Days early, if it's not been driven for a while, to put in a warming fire, absolutely, to stop additional wear and tear on component parts, totally. You could speed up the heating process to 1 or 2 minutes. Oh, totally, of course you could. But that's the discussion, right? Is how realistic is realistic enough, and at what point does it become a drag or a chore to get these things underway? None of the train lights are working. No, passenger lights are still on. They're all still fine. Hold on, can I move anywhere from here? No, I can't. But no, the passengers are all good. How's the front of the train? No, that's gone out as well. Alright, I blew a fuse, I reckon. Must have been. I mean, I've got all of the... I could try turning it off and on again. Standard approach. Right, hang on. No, let's just turn it off and on again. There you go. I've done that one. Off, on. There you go. That's got it. Yeah. That's fine. I put the fuse back in and flip the trip switch, and it's all good. Right, ease it off. Ease it off. Okay. Right, now, am I confident that we can hit our limit if I start braking at 1.5 miles out? Yeah, I reckon we'll be all right. Okay, well here we go. Yeah, we'll go with a bit of both. Not too aggressive to start with. It's not having a huge effect. As long as this next light isn't red, no, it's okay. It's all right. It's a double yellow. All right. Now we want a bit more. Yeah, brakes. Yeah, yeah. You want to play? All right. Have all the brakes. We're in the hands of fate now. No, it's fine. No. Now we've got the speed coming off. Now we've got. I bumped the switches with my knee. Yeah, that would be it. There you go. All right. Okay. Can release. All right. Okay. Good. But let me tell you, we're going to come in safe and sound. It's not going to be a problem. I don't care about safety violations. No, I do my best to get people there on time. We're going to be a couple of minutes late, obviously, but they may be run down the track. So, I mean, I don't know what they were expecting. But honestly, and look, I'm well under the speed limit. I'm very safe. Was this train built in Italy? No, it was built somewhere less reliable. There we go. Okay, here we go. We're off. Good. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's okay. Hellotion Gamer is going to head off. Thanks very much for tuning in, Hellotion. Hope to see you again over the course of the weekend. Right. We're coming in at a jolly... Would you give me the front of the train, please? We're coming in at a leisurely pace here. That's nice. Can you tell us how to join the TSW community? Which part? Which part do you want to join? If you go to where, what, when, how. If you go to the Dovetail Games forums, just register and you're in there. If you want the Train Sim community on Discord, then someone somewhere will pass you a link to that. And if you want to join the Facebook group, that's quite active actually. We've got a very big Facebook group that is full of people that are quite cheery. That's a good place to go. Come on, I want to try and stop on the numbers here, people. There you go. That's it. Keep it rolling. Keep it going. McTrainface asked where in Suffolk did I hail from. I grew up just outside Stowmarket and then spent my teenage years in Felixstowe. There you go. Right, yeah. There you go. That's it. This is good. This is good. No, we're going to come in a bit short. But within tolerances, I would say. Or it would be within tolerances if it said we were there, which we clearly are, although saying that, how far outside the station is the rear end of the train? Yeah, stopping marker's in the wrong place. All right, okay, well, we'll go past it a bit and get us into a more appropriate location. There you go. Your 16-yard marker, no, it's wrong. I'll go down the far end and then we'll be good. Yeah. That's it. Yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be, it'll be fine. There you go. No, stuff you and your stop marker. You're misleading. You're telling us porky pies. We shall go down towards the red light and bring it to a halt there. There you go. That'll do. That'll do. There we are. That's a bit better, isn't it? You happy now? Oh, I see that you are. What side of the train is that? Left. Right, let's check the rear end. See, look, I've put that in a much more appropriate place. There you go. No, we know about stopping positions already. That's already something we're aware of. Yeah. We stop next to the HST board. That makes sense, given it's a similar kind of length. Yeah. FYI, the lifts on platform 7 there are incorrectly modelled. How so, Rowan? I'm not familiar either with the ones in the game or the ones in reality. What does the horn sound like? We can do that before we're finished. Hold on. Especially if I go to the right end of the train. There you go. Yeah. Good. Lock the doors. Right, that's going to wrap it up for today. No, we're done here. So, there you go. Oh, I wonder what sort of medal I got for that. I got gold. Lovely. Super duper. A bit more levelling up. That's nice. Will we ever get route expansions? It's something we want to do, but it's not likely in the short term. Yeah. So this is the Diesel Legends pack. It's available now. It might not be for everybody. It's a slightly unusual pack because its primary focus is on providing gameplay to the Great Western Express route. If that's not something you're interested in, then you're not interested in it, and that's fine. It's a bit of an experiment to see if extra gameplay is something that people would be interested in. Let us know what you think over on the forums, or you can get in touch via Facebook, Twitter, any other the places you would normally expect us to appear. Will appear there undoubtedly. Right, coming up tomorrow. Hold on, let's load that up, and then let's make sure I can read it because that's important. There we go. You start with Matt and JD tomorrow evening doing the LGV Mediterranean. And then they follow that up with a bit of München to Augsburg. We're taking the continent by storm tomorrow. Then we've got Game Tech UK doing Southeastern High Speed, followed by Northern Alex, who's tackling Dresden in Train Sim 2021. And he'll take you to the end of the day with his train simulation action. Will the softly spoken and beautiful Northern Alex. Hope to see you there. Hope you've had a pleasant evening today. I've been Sam. This has been day 1 of March Madness. Hit it.